Так. Сейчас откроем чатик. О, да, мой голос просто прекрасный сегодня. Сейчас, секунду. Я отключу отслеживание хиличурлов, иначе меня это будет бесить. В смысле? Вот так вот.
I smell rabbit.
Кролик, где кролик? Словно механизм не остановит тебя. Что? У тебя мегамозг? Я вообще на пути к другому квесту. Но я теперь знаю, что у них у всех должно быть одинаковое количество лепестков. И что они еще должны быть повернуты в одинаковую сторону. Вот этот не переворачивается. Этот тоже. И этот. Ну, я иду в другой квест, извините. Не сегодня. Я повысила себе уровень мира. Чисто потому, что мне нужны были, как там, зловещие маски от хиличурлов. И они плохо собирались. Да ладно. Всего 3.
That's not even all of them. They have 2 more camps nearby. Whichever camp we attack, it's the Ronin in the other 2 camps that'll cause us issues. They might decide to provide backup or abandon them and escape on their own.
Штука. Тогда нападем на них всех одновременно.
But Captain, that would put you in great danger.
Ой, да ладно.
If we spread our troops too thin, we won't have enough men to guard you. It's too risky.
Не страшно.
Yep, the traveler eats amateurs like these for breakfast.
All right then. We'll deal with them all in one go and rendezvous with you on completion.
Почему с ними служит старый человек? Мне кажется, это не очень эффективно. Стоять! Стоять! Еда. Да, я ем их сырыми.
It's not. Everybody stand back.
Ты куда побежал?
Disappear!
Да вы куда побежали-то?
Don't waste my time.
Я из вас электроатаку пропустила.
Windblade! Fall before me! Cheap tricks.
Куда бежите?
I taste.
Ау, 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 ау.
Adventure time. Going in. It's not. Your life is mine.
Cut down.
Нет, куда ты здоровье восстановил-то?
Everybody stand back.
And you! With the wind! You win this battle.
Тут
That should be the
как-то...
last of them. You didn't get hurt, did you?
Я в порядке.
Paimon wonders how everything is going with Kotoku and Yoshihisa. Should we go over and check on them?
Captain!
Что такое?
Captain, the other 2 camps have been cleared. The entire rearguard of Watatsumi Island is now secure.
Найс.
We solved the Ronin problem and got everyone to look after us, too. But what's next? Let's go back and check with Kokumi.
Finally, we got it done. These Ronin have been bugging me for ages, but Kotoku wouldn't let us at them until now.
What? No way could you have taken them down without the new captain here. I was putting the safety of the team first. Got it?
Oh, come on. You were just being a coward.
Hey, cut the attitude! These guys, honestly. Forget them. Let's go.
Пайма недовольна. У меня такое ощущение, что я так давно не делала стримы. У меня 44-й ранг уже. Но я пока только Рейзера возвышала до какого-то... К 80-му. Была небольшая проверка.
Yes, that's standard for the team. But with your level of ability, I'm sure it was a walk in the park.
Да,
Since
все
you're
легко.
back, I take it that the Ronin are now gone from Watatsumi Island?
Да, всех убили. Все мертвы.
You bet. We sure showed them who's boss.
Good. Now we just need to make sure Okubo keeps a close watch to prevent their resurgence.
Пайман так радуется убийству людей. Я все еще не уверена, что это монстры, не похожи на людей.
Thank you. I believe in rewarding merit, so you will be compensated for your hard work. Let me see.
О, нам платят?
Too soon for another promotion, I think. I could increase your pay.
А куда подевался
I gave
ТП?
him an assignment. He's taking part in a surprise attack against the Shogun's navy. He expressed a desire to be on the front line, so I honored his wishes.
Привет,
Now,
какое?
speaking of assignments,
Я надеюсь,
I
ТП
have a
не
special
помрет
mission
там.
I'd like to give you.
Special
Особое?
mission?
Что? Что мне дадут?
Yes. In between Watatsumi Island and Tarasuna, there are some ruins relating to a god who fell in the Archon War.
Ага.
There are several small islands there, often used as a transit point when transporting supplies. Recently, however, supplies stored there have started to go missing for no obvious reason.
Кто-то
Stranger
пиздец.
still,
Да, кто-то
the
пиздец.
Resistance Army passed by and reported they found no signs of danger. I'd like to task you with getting to the bottom of this. It's not urgent, so there is no need to leave immediately.
Ой, надеюсь, меня
I
слышно.
suggest you take a few days to familiarize yourselves with the army,
Это у
and
меня
also with
шортики такие
Watatsumi Island.
коротенькие. Прикольно.
When Teppei returns, you can catch up with him. Then pick a day when the weather's
меня
good to set
слышно.
sail for the islands.
Мне очень нравится ее дизайн. Он очень
Is
красивый.
Teppei really gonna be okay?
Да.
He has a tendency to dive into action without thinking things through. Oh, Paimon can't help but feel a little worried about him. Oh, why don't we go wait for him at the training grounds?
Давай, подождем. О, нифига, нас телепортнули. Спасибо. Вы несколько дней практиковались.
Long time no
Это
see.
слишком быстро.
So, how's Swordfish 2 treating you? Getting along okay with everyone?
И еще как поладили.
Well, you're in luck, because this season veterans got a few leadership tips for you. Raising their pay will boost morale, while giving them a few bounties will act as an incentive to go the extra mile. It's also important to maintain strict discipline at all times, and finally...
Это из какой-то книги?
Wait, what was it?
Типа
What was it?
руководство для чайников.
Wow, where'd you learn all that, Teppei?
I read it in a novel from the Eye Publishing House.
Я так и
It was a
знала.
long time ago. You wouldn't believe how many Dongo it took to convince my friend to let me borrow it.
Почему-то я не
Seriously gonna
купил.
use a novel to tell people how to run an army? Pretty sure that's called being an armchair general.
Диванные вояки.
That's where you underestimate me. That's right. I'm learning military management on the job now. Just like you.
ТП ты тоже.
You'd better believe it. Thanks to my outstanding achievements in the recent naval battle, I have officially been made the captain of my very own special operations unit.
Думаете, он врет? Мне кажется, он пиздит нам.
It's a brand new unit. Herring 1. What do you think? Pretty awesome,
Конечно,
right?
конечно, да, селедка, конечно. Кому ты
I
врешь?
spoke to Her Excellency, and she says our uniforms are in production.
Может, он не врет. Время я не
Let's go collect
знаю.
them together once they're ready. Oh, I can't wait to put them on. We're really gonna
Серьезно?
look the part.
Серьезно, он селедку руководил?
Everything's going great. Our mystery sponsor supplies have really helped turn things around.
Я все еще не доверяю ему. Да, форма для
Of course, you're a
Пайман.
recognized member of the Watatsumi Island Resistance.
Пайман в форме. Наконец-то.
Captain, a new assignment has come in.
Он
Thank
реально...
you, soldier.
Он
I'll be there on
реально...
the double. All right, I
Он мне
better
не
go.
напиздел.
See you again soon. You'd better watch out, partner. At the rate I'm going, I'll overtake you if you're not careful.
Я серьезно думала, что он набрет.
Your dreams, mister.
I wouldn't be so confident if I were you. I'm at the top of my game right now.
Что за...
This is my time to shine.
Что это был за кашель? Что с тобой? Слышь? Ты болеешь? Как я?
I'm so surprised that Tepe's been made a platoon captain.
Да.
He must have been working super hard. Let's take a break, then go check out these Archon War ruins.
Блять, отряд селедки. Я не знаю, почему это так смешно звучит. Ну, рыба-меч звучит круто, но селедка. А, это тот остров с молниями. О, а я хотела туда приземлиться. Ну ладно. Ё-моё, я боюсь, я не доплыву. Мне надо отсюда. Ну ладно, вот отсюда уже доберусь. Можно вы не будете бить молнией по ресурсам? О, тут тотемы. Почему они не заряжаются от молнии? О нет, у меня недостаточно быстрые. Да, но у меня недостаточно... У меня есть кто-нибудь? У меня есть хоть кто-нибудь, кто быстро перезаряжает электро? Я не знаю, какие у него... Лиза! Точно! Лиза! Лучника? А у меня нет лучника электро. Я надеюсь, что... Ох, я так надеюсь. Что потом не вылезет какой-то боец, потому что у меня Лиза вообще не боевая. Эх, в смысле, блин. Так, раз. Так, два. И 3. Алло, здравствуй, Лиза. Ты чё? Ты чё меня так подвела? Что это было? Что это вообще было, Лиза? То есть мне надо задерживать кнопку, чтобы она била? Да в смысле? Чего они так быстро пропадают? Или их надо в определенном порядке каком-то? Что мне делать? Что мне делать? У меня нету лучника электро. Ёлки-палки. Их надо в определенном порядке зажечь. What the fuck? Ладно, может, подождите, может тут есть электрогранум или что-то типа того? Что-то, что мне поможет? Нет, тут, по-моему, просто на скорость. А как? У меня нету электролучника, как я могу это пройти? Типа, вот у меня каталист, но даже с ней я не могу добежать. Они рассчитывают, что у всех есть фишки. У меня есть только Сайн и Бейдео. Не знаю, что он делает. Другой порядок. Так, смотрите. Он не гаснет. Он гаснет. Он на скорость, блин, а как так быстро? Это нереально. Да ладно. То есть вы хотите сказать, что я не смогу это исследовать? Да ты шо? Смотри. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Так, а этот не гаснет. В смысле? Это друг... А, он погас. То есть какой-то из них... Да, дольше гореть. Ура! Нет! Моя Нинкуан, ее нету тут! Нет! Нет! Ты куда ушел? Лиза! Лиза, помогай! 19! Ёп! Ау, ау! Ай! Как думаете, сколько ульта Лиза сделает? Ау. Да, потому что я Лизу достала, которой нет уровня. Интересно, мне попадет молния? О. Это не ТП. Это ТП?
This is a surprise. I didn't know you were the ones investigating here.
Чел.
I just got back from delivering some supplies to the front line.
Что с тобой?
I'd stop by and clear any threats in this area on the way back.
Чел, ты умираешь? Пайман, у него волосы седые и брови. Какая простуда?
I must have caught a cold a couple of days ago while I was out at sea. On my way past, I heard that someone had just arrived on the island to investigate, so I thought I'd come and take a look.
Ты старый. Почему ты старый?
If there'd been some real danger, I might have had the chance to be the hero. Shame it was just you guys. Guess I came here for nothing.
Pepe, don't you think there's something strange about this place?
Now that you mention it, there is something a little off about it. It could be that the Tatarigami is more palpable here, I guess. We're not that far away from Orobashi's remains.
Orobashi? Who's that?
Не смотри на меня, я не знаю.
Look, there's the corpse over there.
Дракон? Это дракон? What the fuck?
It's a gigantic snake skeleton! Oh, it looks terrifying!
Orobashi was the one who brought our ancestors from Enkanomiya up to the surface. That's the origin of the Watatsumi Island you know today. Our ancestors regarded it as a guardian deity. But during the Archon War, Orobashi invaded Yashiori Island. The Raiden Shogun came out in person and slew Orobashi with the Muso no Hitotachi. That same slash also formed what later became known as Musojin Gorge.
The Raiden Shogun created Musojin Gorge in one slash? Wow, that's pretty incredible.
Это страшно.
Yes, but the Archon War was brutal. And Yashiori Island was completely destroyed during that battle. They say the Shogun lost something very dear to her along the way, too.
Мне не нравится, что он
Since
кашляет.
Orobashi's death, there has always been some animosity between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate, but our different beliefs have nothing to do with why the resistance was formed. We only rose up to fight against the Vision Hunt Decree. When Orobashi attacked civilization, the Shogun stood up and put a stop to it. But now that the Shogun is stripping people of their ambitions with the Vision Hunt decree, it's time for someone to stand up and stop the Shogun. All right, I'm heading back. I was just dealing with some of the Shogun's elite samurai, so I think I'm gonna take a quick breather, and it's on to my next assignment. You should report back to Sangonomiya as soon as possible. Don't stay here longer than you need to. Being around the Tatarigami too long won't do your health any good.
Да, я вижу. Ты тоже береги себя?
Hey, don't worry about me.
Нет.
Peak condition.
Да, конечно. Ты, блин, постарел. Ты дедуля.
Pepe's sure made some big progress if he's already dealing with Shogunate samurai.
Пайман, ты не видела?
I can hardly believe it.
Ты не видела, что он старый?
Let's report back to Kokomi.
Мне кажется, это должно вас больше тревожить. Типа, what the fuck? Он постарел. За сколько мы не виделись? Очень мало. Это просто потому, что он был рядом с этой змеюкой? И она его состарила? What? А мы тоже состаримся или как?
Kokomi, we're back. Oh, look, Goro's here too.
Мне не нравятся эти смайлики в чате. Они ничего плохого...
Approximately how many people are exhibiting these symptoms?
Какие
I
симптомы?
haven't had the chance to do a full count yet.
Kokomi, Goro, what's going on?
Recently, some of our soldiers started showing symptoms of accelerated aging.
Я про
I called them in for
что?
questioning and found out they'd privately acquired some secret weapons from our sponsor. Most of them are highly ambitious types, vehemently opposed to the Vision Hunt decree. They've been using these new weapons secretly
Они
since
от
getting a hold of
Фатуева
them.
получили. Они эти глаза порч, наверное, взяли. А,
So that's
поняла
why the
тебя,
war has
да.
been going unusually well. But risky secret weapons are not the
Это
answer.
100% глаза
We must put a
эти,
stop to it
порчи.
immediately.
Они постоянно
Goro,
появляются в
Have you
сюжете.
managed to acquire one of these weapons?
Well, most of the officers refuse to hand them over. Still, I did manage to get one.
Это же...
Do you know something about this?
Да, я говорила, глаз
So
порч
that means our
Фатуя.
secret sponsors, the Fatui?
Да, я знала, что нельзя им
But why would
доверять.
the Fatui do this?
Потому что они Фатуи. Потому что они... Не знаю.
Forget that. There's no time. Right now, we need to inform the whole army to cease using their delusions immediately. All soldiers who have shown symptoms are to be taken for treatment. I just hope we'll be in time to save them.
Wait a second. Speaking of soldiers with symptoms,
ТТП.
no, surely he can't have.
Ты видела его? Он дед.
Let's go check on him.
Пойдем. У меня плохое предчувствие. Очень плохое. Я не знала, что глаза порчи могут состарить. Они типа бракованные? А Чайл тоже состарился? Он им пользуется вроде, насколько я знаю. Или у него типа продвинутая версия? Найдите ТП я. ТП. Ты где? ТП. Эй. What the fuck? Ты где прячешься? О! Где?
Oh,
Ёба!
hey guys.
Он
What are you
совсем
doing
дед.
here?
Он дед.
Just a moment. Let me get up. It's weird.
Скажи-ка, ты в
I don't
последнее
know where all my
время
s-
не брал ничего от
Oh,
Фатуи?
yeah. I haven't had time to give you the full details.
Да я вижу.
Well, I made a lot of great contributions to the war effort lately.
Ага.
Fighting the Shogun's army at sea, taking on Shogunate samurai all by myself, rescuing my comrades from an ambush. Things I never would have dreamed I could do when you first met me.
Но ты типа
If only I were
помираешь.
stronger still. The stronger I am, the more I can do for the resistance.
Расскажи мне об этом оружии.
It wasn't long after you were made
Ты им
captain of
поверил.
Swordfish 2. I met these mysterious people.
И он им
Said
поверил.
they were with our supporters. They gave it to me, and said that as long as I have the will to become stronger, his secret weapon will answer my call.
Да.
It's just like a vision.
Это глаз порчи.
Illusion.
Да.
Oh God. Doesn't sound very good.
Да посмотри на себя.
What's the difference between a delusion and a vision?
Он выкачивает твою жизненную силу.
Well, I suppose it's not too surprising that a mysterious weapon of
Да.
unknown origins would come with its risks.
Конечно.
I've been getting more and more tired over the past few days, and
Дай
I
нам.
have this strange sense of dread.
Отдавай глаз.
At first, I'd find I was a little more beat than usual after a battle. Didn't think anything of it.
Достаньте Барбару и Беннета,
But
лечите
today
его.
I got back and suddenly my vision was going blurry. This is a real shame. There I was,
У нас же есть
thinking I was
хил.
catching up with you.
У нас есть хилер, вылечите его.
Receive the favor of the gods after all. Hey, would you do something for me?
Что?
When our uniforms are ready, grab mine for me. Bring it back here.
Не делай
And
этого.
we can change together.
Я не хочу
What's that look
плакать.
for? Don't worry, partner. As soon as I've rested up, I'll be right as rain.
Не.
Right as rain, I tell you. As soon as I've
Нет.
rested up.
Tepe.
Атуя. Нет, он умер.
Hey, where are you going?
Нет. Я не знала, что я буду сегодня плакать. Это нечестно, что они сделали с формой.
How's Tepe's condition?
Ему вдруг стало намного
I
хуже.
have put out the order to seize
Ты
all
видел мое лицо, когда ты
delusions.
сказала, надеюсь, он не умрет.
The vast majority are
Я так
showing some
сказала.
loss of vitality, but nothing serious. Sadly, a few have been less fortunate.
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dedicated field hospital to monitor their condition. The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though.
Ой.
They know full well what a delusion is, but they still intend to keep using them.
Они дураки, что ли?
I'll leave you to deal with the situation. I have to get to the front line.
Ну вы...
This whole fiasco is certain to be a blow to morale. If the Shogun's army attacks now while we're scrambling to recover, it could well undo everything we have achieved
Я
so
говорила,
far.
что нельзя доверять
What are
внезапным
your
добродетелям. Я остановлю Фатуя.
No, it's too dangerous. The Sakoku decree is still in force, so their delusions must be produced within Inazuma's borders. To organize an operation of this scale, they will have had to mobilize a huge amount of manpower and resources. They can't have done it without local support.
Да заводе?
If we want to stop them, we have to destroy the factory where the delusions are made. But it's sure to be heavily guarded. It's dangerous to go alone. At least take some troops with you.
На это нет
Your
времени.
Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, we were hardly discreet when confiscating the delusions. The Fatui are sure to take notice. If we spend any longer amassing our forces, they will get wind of our plans and make their escape.
Very true. Let me think.
Это первый раз, когда
I gave
Геншин
this some
заставил
thought
меня
while you were
плакать.
confiscating the delusions. The side of the factory must be big and secluded, but close enough to a transport route to ensure the supply of raw materials.
Мне даже не сильно нравился этот
Not many places meet
персонаж.
these criteria. And if we take the locations where our soldiers receive their delusions into account as well, I suspect the site is likely to be the cliffs,
Нам
near
дадут
the
ее
ocean at the
форму.
southwest of Yashiori Island. I'm not going to stop you, but please, be careful.
Я считаю,
We
что
have lost too many
на
courageous fighters already.
на похороны
I
надо его
don't want to lose
переодеть
you too.
в форму. Нам пора. Пойдем.
You mean to the delusion factory? Really?
Еп.
You aren't gonna think it over first?
Нет.
Fine.
Видимо, нет. Да, давайте убьем Фатуя. Побежали нахуй. Ой, остановились. Просто такие, подождите минутку. Тра-та-та. Ой, я надеюсь, мне не надо будет открыть подземелье, потому что я не знаю как. Нет, еще больше головоломок, только не на стриме. Я не люблю, когда... Он сказал, ну спрятаться, если мы боимся молнии. Не надо. Кайф. Пошли. А мне надо похилиться перед этим? Мне надо сменить Лизу. Ёбаный нахуй. Я забыла про Лизу. Лиза, уходи обратно. В подвал, я не знаю. Куда-то. Лучше всегда хилиться. Блин. Я не хочу идти к статуе, так что поешь. У меня, кстати, путешественник начал почему-то хилиться от Ешки. И я такая, почему ты хилишься? Но он хилится. Найдите место производства глаза порчи. Наверное, оно внизу будет. Я думаю, оно внизу. Так. Да, я так и знала. Может, меч или арты? Я сменила недавно меч ему, да. Это да. У него просто был меч на физурон, и я такая, мне кажется, что это не совсем подходит мне, но у него и созвездие тоже, в принципе. Это увеличивает просто навык. Я не знаю, честно. What the fuck? Здравствуйте. Позвольте мне обратиться к вам.
Everybody stand back!
You can't run! Now you got to be a killjoy! We've only just begun! With the wind! You need a purpose! Must counterattack! Looks like I went too far. You need to hurry up!
Он меня только что поторопил? Серьезно? Ах, он серьезно меня поторопил. Да хватит меня торопить. Я об корень споткнулась. Да хорош. Он щитом забафанный наглый. Ау, ты чё моего Рейзера убиваешь? Хорош. Ага. Я уже вижу, что это было well done. Unfortunate fault. Бедный Рейзер. Что это? Это сюда? Да. Он по щитам.
Is this what delusions are made from? So much crystal marrow. Now where have we seen that before? Wait a second. Are they getting this from Rito? So the Conjure Commission are...
Let's light it up!
You can't run! Well, neither can I.
Yeah, let's light it up! Your life is mine!
Now you've got me worked up.
О нет, о нет. Не поднимайся под щит. Нет. Oh no, oh no.
Everybody stand! It's nothing.
An unfortunate fault.
Уф. Блин, реально можешь показать Итера, мне теперь даже интересно. А я не понимаю. Вот он. Оружие драконий рык. Тут просто увеличивает на 20% урон от пира и электро. Вот. У него есть пробуждение. Может, оно это делает? Нет. Артефакты. Ну, у него гладиатор, половина гладиатора и половина берсерка, и вот сердце товарищества. Созвездие у него почти полное. Таланты. Враги, побежденные навыком ладонь вихря, восстанавливают 2% хп. Вот оно чё. Ой, ситуация с гражданской войной в Инадзуме не ясна. Чем дольше продлится этот конфликт, тем выгоднее для нас. Чтобы усугубить зависимое сопротивление от глаз порчи, сильнее раздуть огни войны и укрепить решимость командиров сторон продолжать сражаться, я сим призываю всех товарищей оказывать всяческое содействие офицеру флота 2-го класса Натану в подавлении надежд сил Сангадамии на быструю победу. В случае непредвиденных обстоятельств помогите офицеру 2-го флота класса Натану бежать, а также заставьте молчать всех, кто знает о проникновении Фатуи в их ряды. Помните, что эта миссия имеет решающее значение в обеспечении поставок глаза порчи. Не упускайте ни одну мелочь. О, я не знала, я тоже. Он просто меня внезапно начал хилиться, и я такая, почему ты это делаешь? Ой, да ладно. Пайман, ты переживаешь всегда. Зря. No! Нет. Уф, враги тут довольно сильные, кстати. What? Да, конечно, конечно. Пропустите меня к водному чуваку, мне надо его убить. Ничего, не волнуйся.
With the wind!
Everybody stand back! Let's light it up! Your life is mine. Going in.
Disappear.
Серьезно, он мимо промазал. Оу, оу, это еще не все. Кто будет здесь? Кто будет здесь? Извините, извините. Чего ты там говоришь про подарок? Да. Сейчас я... а где ульта? Не понял. Куда ульта-то ушла? Опять этот чел. Рейзер, живи. Рейзер, живи. Спасибо, Рейзер. Да. Картофа жареная. Ой, не люблю эту форму имени. Какую форму имени? Какую форму имени? Я что-то не так сказала? Наташка? Нет, я не говорила Наташка. Я сказала Нинка. В игре было написано? Фу, как-то неуважительно, знаете ли. Ау. Он убивает его Рейзер опять. А ща я выиграю, да, ща, погоди. Рейзер, живи. Так. Начальница фабрики. Скоробуча.
So, you're another Fatui Harbinger? Like Signora and Child?
Signora and Child? I didn't know you and my two least reliable colleagues were acquainted. I'm the Balladeer. Number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. Delighted to meet you, oh mighty traveler. So many visitors today.
Почему тут фиолетовый
туман?
туман?
To what do I owe the honor?
Вы изготавливаете глазопорчу.
Oh, so that's what this is about. I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm just here to follow orders.
Почему тут
I'm
туман?
obviously not the
Мне
mastermind
не
behind
нравится
this.
туман.
Aren't you supposed to be pretty tough? What are you waiting for? Go get them. You're getting all worked up over nothing. Didn't have you down as being so weak.
Спасибо.
How can you say this is nothing?
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. Human life is worthless. They were always going to die, with or without a delusion. At least having one gives them a chance to fulfill their ambitions. Do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Obviously, it was in our best interests. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusions. Now we just let the promise of power draw in the weak. For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world. Trading their life for supreme power.
Нет,
Pretty
не
good
нахожу.
deal, don't you think?
Нет.
So, the Fatui started the Vision Hunt decree? You've been behind it all along?
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But on the inside, it's a land of opportunity. With a little effort, we were able to break them down from within. Eternity stretches things out over a long time. But each moment within it becomes all the more fragile. Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's nothing you can do now.
Но он как бы умер,
He's a
так что...
lost cause.
Да?
Just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for a moment, then total destruction.
Фиолетовый
The more it
туман.
takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent they are, the more determined they are to fight it. It's such a farce.
Вовсе
You
не
have to
немощный.
Hey, calm down! No!
Я же говорила, что туман странный, я говорила. Ой, что-то нам совсем херовенько. Чё смеешься, злодейски?
Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it!
В смысле?
The wrath of the gods fills this factory, and it feeds on your anger.
О, но! Пайман! Пайман! Дай нам пощечину или типа того. Я и Мика? О, но! Мы так разозлились, что мы вырубились. Нас слишком бомбило. Что ж.
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
3, 2 раз, раз, два, три.
Okay, that's positive. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. This is good
Кажется.
news.
Отличный ракурс.
It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to
Ника.
get you back here.
Да.
Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there.
Ой.
Nico? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something. How come you're acting so differently from when we first met you?
А я-то.
Am I?
А я-то.
Maybe
Я,
it's
по-моему,
because
еще
I
не
had the
видела
other
его.
shrine maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this. People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. I know this for a fact. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways.
Понимаю.
This is a human society.
Когда сюжет у нас
At the moment,
закончился.
anyway.
Ага.
And I'm just doing as I please.
Paimon didn't quite follow.
Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
Как ты спасла меня от сказителя?
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our backs.
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine? And that I had the balladeer down on his knees,
Я не
begging.
верю.
Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank me, no? Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought.
Возможно. Большое спасибо, госпожа
I
Яя.
didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. I need your actions, not your words.
О нет, мы в долгу. Мы ее
The
рабы.
delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they?
Это правда.
You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of delusions across the whole army. With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleagues' behalf. It would be more trouble than it's worth. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatui getting a taste of their own medicine. Well, anyway, that Sungonamiya Kokomi, she really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person. But alas, belief systems can be such a hindrance sometimes.
A hindrance? Should you really be saying that as the Gucci of the Grand Shrine?
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus
Мы точно в
on
рабстве.
something I need you to do for me.
Ты спасла меня ради этого?
You've met her, right?
То есть Сигуни Райтон?
I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes?
В том измерении?
Yes. The true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later?
Это объясняет ее Отсутствие эмоций. Я уловил некоторые незначительные отличия.
Because this is the Raiden Shogun's eternity. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for herself. Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all disturbances.
Она меч?
So, that place that she carved open with her sword...
The plane of euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically only allows her existence. She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of eternity.
Ну, кажется, куклу обманули.
This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity.
Чун Ли тоже говорил об Розе, это одна из причин, почему он решил перестать быть архонтом.
Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liu as Archon. What a fascinating god he is.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhang Li was facing, though.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child, throwing a temper tantrum and locking herself in her room. Don't you think? The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her own definition. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear.
Им все еще не очень понятно,
loss.
что ты хочешь мне
The
поручить.
truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt decree. So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to save this nation and save A while we're at it. The key is that the plane of euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to shake the Raiden Shogun's will.
So this is your plan? To abolish the Vision Hunt decree? Not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance, but by, hopping inside the Raiden Shogun's inner world?
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Otherwise, an eternity of darkness awaits.
На лету, потому что она летает. Почему я?
Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of euthymia is a space where only she is allowed to exist. The fact that you could appear there tells us one crucial thing. That you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never seen an individual who is so unpredictable in the face of eternity.
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. In fact, no one even knows what it looks like in there.
Там
Your
мрачновато.
existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key to all of this. To that I say,
Дитя.
well done, child.
Мне 500 лет.
You did not disappoint
Или
me
сколько
after
там?
all.
Я не ребенок.
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.
Все смайлики в шляпе. Да, я и старше, нифига себе. Мне сказали посмотреть галерею персонажей. Ты вот здесь? Где галерея персонажей? У меня нет галереи персонажей. Персонажей, которые у меня нет. В меню Пайман? А я-то. Ха. Ха. Ну, прикольно, да. Так, где место тренировки? Сестру ему выбила, чтобы ему было не одиноко. Интересно, какая-то будет тренировка. Ой, что такое? Это артерия Земли, которую обычно защищают. Да. Я не понимаю.
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves. I made it from my own memory, which means it should be perfectly accurate. Unless, of course, her skills have declined.
Ай.
It'll give you a chance to figure out her moves in advance and come up with a counter strategy. That should be a big help, don't you think?
Ну, вообще, да.
The aim is to try to not get hit by the attacks. Since you've escaped certain death at her hand once already, I presume this shouldn't be more than you can handle.
То есть мне надо уворачиваться просто. Окей. Просто уворачиваться? О боже, удачи мне. Уворачиваться. What the fuck? Блин, я думала, тут надо подпрыгивать. What the fuck? Так, надо внимательно наблюдать за ним. Так, когда он раскрывается так, он бьет по кругу. Ага. Ага, когда он делает так, он бьет по большому кругу. Блин, а он одинаково вроде раскрывается. Как не помереть? Ай-яй-яй-яй, большой круг, большой круг. Уклониться от финального удара? Как? А куда? А как? После того, как раз 200 побьешь босса, это просто, ну, без практики жопа. Я чуть не заплакала, когда делала первый раз. Я, блядь, я не понимаю, что, как вообще, блин, Рейзер. Я не знаю, что я ему скормила сейчас. Надо автоатаками бить эти штуки. What? Серьезно? Какие именно? Вот эти! Я поняла о чем-то, я поняла. Ай. Они идут в одинаковом порядке? Сейчас должна быть еще одна такая, вроде как. Нет, должна быть кружочек маленький, да. Кружочек маленький, потом кружочек маленький. Еще маленький кружочек. Потом должен быть... я на ходьбу перешла. Большой круг. Теперь клинки. Клиночек. 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 И теперь штуки с автоатаками, по идее, как. Нет, большой круг. Большой круг. Вот, автоатаки. Ау. Так. Это вообще непонятно. Наверное, нужно одноручным мечом, наверное, бить. Или лучше нингуан. Они вдвоем довольно быстрые. Просто двуручник не справится. Не двуруком, да. Ага. А что за финальное испытание? Итрем. Что за финальное последнее испытание-то? Это типа... После которого меня наругают за то, что я ничего не делаю. Так, маленький круг, большой круг, маленький круг, маленький круг, меч, большой круг, блин, большой круг, маленький круг, большой круг, меч, маленький круг, Маленький круг. Маленький круг 3-й раз. Большой круг. Сейчас клинки должны пойти. Клинок. 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 Большой круг. Большой круг. Автоатаки. Да. Да. И чтобы бегать было проще, возьми Кею. Я хз. А, почему Кею? У меня Рейзер быстро бегает. Было сложновато.
So how come you know so much about the Raiden Shogun?
You mean me?
А кого еще?
Perhaps it's because I'm the Electro Archon's familiar.
What? Like Devalin is to Barbados? Huh. Never would have guessed by looking at you.
Модельки ноги длиннее.
Persuaded if you saw me in my fox form.
Я бы скольнул.
In your dreams.
Нас опустили.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other anymore, wouldn't you say? A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. But I don't think that's the same thing as complete
Говорят, так больше
stasis.
расстояние пройдет.
At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly difficult for me to join her on. You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the plane of Euthymia.
Oh.
Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, at least.
У нее слишком узкий взгляд на вещи.
Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status quo or do whatever it takes to bring her back on track, regardless of the cost. I have chosen the latter because if stubbornly isolating herself in the plane of Euthymia is her idea of eternity, then my duty as her eternal familiar is to drag her back out of her own head and into the real world.
Aw, Miko, you sound like a really great friend.
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Could you possibly spare the sentimentality for the time being? Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for anti-Raiden Shogun training phase 2.
Второй.
There's a part 2?
Да, я еле первую прошла. Вы говорите взять Кею, да? Взять Кею.
Ready when you are.
Ну, давайте попробуем. Так. А, в смысле 10... Ёб твою мать. То есть мне надо еще и уклоняться во время боя? Так, ну давай, давай. А! Блин, уклоняться во время боя это очень сложно. Ебать. Я проваливаю все. Нет! Ну, зато я поняла, насколько я стою на одном месте, когда я бью врагов.
You did quite admirably. I could see your determination and your hard work.
So, do you think we're ready to beat the Raiden Shogun now?
How do I put this? You're no match for her at all.
Wait, what? So all of this was a complete waste of time?
Спасибо.
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing. You don't think I'd leave you with no chance to win at all, do you? Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances?
Если честно, ней тоже не ровня.
You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle, but when they face the Raiden Shogun herself, considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue, they're ultimately quite helpless.
You don't have to be so blunt. The Traveler's the captain of Swordfish too, you know.
I don't mean to belittle them. On the contrary. It is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them, that their will is all the more precious. In short, if everything goes according to plan, they may yet prove to be helpful.
А в чем состоит твой план?
Oh, goodness. Is that
В
the time?
смысле?
I have another guest to receive today. We can talk more back at the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Ты ушла от
All
ответа.
of this said and you're entertaining guests? Paimon's really struggling to understand how you work.
Ну, это был интересный экспириенс. Спасибо, Кея.
We're going to hunt.
Так.
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, I've been mulling it over for quite a long time.
И какой план?
Before one makes a plan, what is the most important thing one must do?
Don't know.
Что?
What is it?
You must understand the situation you are facing.
А.
The Vision Hunt Decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it knowing full well her susceptibility as a puppet, with a single-minded focus on eternity.
Фото сделали это, чтобы создать спрос на глазопорча.
Yes. This is the strongest piece of evidence we have to go on. Now, we also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt Decree's promulgation and execution has been enthusiastically spearheaded by the Tenryou Commission from the outset.
Значит, они сотрудничают с Фатуей.
Every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions would veto it straight away with no negotiation.
Значит, комиссия Тенри работает у Фатуи.
Yes, it's all too clear that both the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions are in some form of collusion with the Fatui. Foolish humans, blinded by their greed. Thus, the current situation is that our Fatui antagonist is still at large, has the two rogue commissions wrapped around their finger, and is distributing delusions from the shadows. Unfortunately, given that said antagonist is under the protection of two commissions and the Raiden Shogun, we would be rather hard-pressed to track them down.
So, what should we do?
It will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion in the Tenryou Commission.
Нифига.
Rebellion? What are you talking about? After everything you just said, it sounds like the Tenryou Commission has rebelled already.
When I say rebellion, I don't mean betraying the shogunate. I mean inciting a certain someone to betray the Tenryou Commission. If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another audience with the right. I'll give you a clue. She's currently in charge of the Shogun's army. She visits the shrine at this time every month, and she is our guest today. She also appears to be standing right behind you.
Don't move a muscle. You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active warrant for your arrest. Don't even think about trying anything. Surrender now. You're coming with me to headquarters. Seize him!
Affirmative.
Мика, ты немножко поставила.
It seems that you're forgetting. This is the Grand Narukami Shrine. Use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you proceed, which of you would like to face criminal charges for dishonoring the Shogun,
Ugh. Guji-ai, please tell me you are not sheltering a wanted criminal here.
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it. Tell your subordinates to leave. We have things to discuss.
All of you outside.
As you wish.
Вау, они ее послушали беспрекословно, класс.
Guji-ai, I'm a little curious. Does it not also dishonor the Shogun to hide a wanted criminal at her grand shrine?
You're the same as ever, Kujo-sara. No one can match you when it comes to loyalty to the Shogun.
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate my life to following the way of the Shogun.
Even though she will one day seize your vision too?
The Vision Hunt Decree is the Shogun's chosen course, and I shall not question it.
Huh. It's tragic. Such wholehearted devotion rendered meaningless by circumstance. Have you been kept in the dark? Or are you the only one left in the light?
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct. Tell me exactly what you mean.
Мика просто
The
всех
Vision Hunt Decree
загадки
is a trap.
загадывает всем.
Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazuma to its knees. And your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryou Commission, they're the ones keeping the truth from reaching the Shogun.
You're saying the Kujo clan betrayed the Shogunate?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Guji-ai, your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous. The Tri-Commission has served the Shogun since ancient times, and remains absolutely loyal to this day.
Я так не думаю.
Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, I have seen and heard nothing but pure devotion toward the Shogun. At every level of the Tenryou Commission, especially from the head of the clan, Kujo Takayuki. He reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone. My own respect for the Shogun pales in comparison to his.
Ну, что я
How
могу тебе
could he ever
сказать?
even dream of acting against the Shogun?
Похоже,
3
допустил.
days. Come back here in 3 days and I will show you the evidence. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. People believe whatever they want to believe. Some things you do not see, simply because you do not wish to look. And so, it falls to me to place the truth before your eyes, in all its ugliness.
3 days? I'll be here. But if I don't see any evidence, I will demand a formal apology for slandering the Kujo clan. Also,
Что,
he will
я?
have to come with me.
А,
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days. I look forward to it very much.
я и Мика. Что
That was
за...
so scary. Paimon wasn't expecting to run into Kujo-sara here. But, Miko, you mentioned evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Is that all in hand and good to go? Or...
Why are you always asking so many questions? Of course not. I just had to say something because I clearly wasn't convincing her.
Ну, класс.
Not entirely unexpected.
As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble to begin with. We can't expect to be in control of every last detail when we're facing off against a god, can we?
Okay, but what are we gonna do though? We only have 3 days.
If we want to get our evidence, we're going to need some help. Now, come with me. We must
Разбудим.
awaken the professional.
В смысле разбудим? Профессионал спит? Где? А, тут есть монетка. О! Привет.
That toy Tanuki just turned into a human! What's going on? Paimon's never seen one of these before.
Not a Tanuki. I'm a Mujina.
Мужчина? Мудина?
I'm so tired. If I don't get enough sleep, it'll stunt my growth.
Is this the professional you were talking about? She doesn't look very professional at all.
She is a member of the Shiumatsuban, a genuine, bona fide ninja.
Ooh.
Wow, a ninja? So was that one of those legendary ninja transformation techniques? Anyway, what's the Shumatsuban?
It belongs to the Yashiro Commission, a secret unit under Kamisato Ayato.
Oh, Ayato.
Now, Kamisato Ayato and the Yashiro Commission are neutral parties, so I have no right to give orders to the Shiumatsuban. However, convincing their most chronically lazy member to help us is well within my abilities. Here's what I need you to do. Go into town and find evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. It would not be appropriate for me to be seen there myself.
You make it sound so simple, but...
Какие именно нужны доказательства?
Oh, I thought you would have figured it out by now. All right then. I'll indulge you with a little more information. For a complete outsider, probing the inner workings of the Tenryou Commission is nigh on impossible. But since the three commissions work together to serve the Shogun, they have a close relationship. Someone from one of the other commissions might have an easier job of figuring out what they're up to.
Комиссия ясера?
Now you're following me?
Нет, я не понимаю.
The Shogun's army haven't given up on their search for you yet, but with the help of this Shiumatsuban ninja, I'm sure you'll be able to rendezvous with your friends. Don't forget, we're on a tight schedule here. Be sure to bring back the evidence in good time.
У нас будет таймер сверху? Нет. Что ж, ребятки, я думаю, чайный перерыв будет. Перед этим я покручу стандартный баннер. А баннер Нахида будет в конце. У меня скопилось 4 круточки. Ничего. Тоже ничего. Вау, это тоже ничего. Абсолютно ничего. Ту-ду-ту. Обожаю. Все, сейчас я пойду сделать себе чаечек. Вы тоже сделать какой-нибудь чаечек покажется, что ли? Так, я вернулась. Рейзер тут за вами присматривал. Персиковый чаечек. Hello, Тома. Надеюсь, быстро упадет. Да, я тоже. Тома. Тома.
What brings you here?
Вот она.
Did you meet with the resistance? How's the battle going? Is it safe for me to come out yet?
Not just yet. We saw people patrolling on our way here.
Меня один раз чуть поймали, кстати.
So, it's still not over. I guess you came here because you have something to discuss?
Да.
I'll get someone to call for Miss Kamisato. Bear with me for 1 second.
Тома и Яко слушают рассказ о текущей ситуации. О, да.
You have been through a lot since we last met.
О, да.
I understand. You need evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Let me think. Now that you mention it, there is one thing that has always concerned me. The Shogun's army has been at war with the Resistance for a long time now, but not once has the Shogun ever inquired about it. I used to think that she simply didn't care, but looking at it now, perhaps the problem all along has been with the Tenryou Commission's reports to the Shogun.
What do you mean?
Они
The
фальшивые?
Tenryou Commission presides over domestic military affairs. If they ever had any intention of concealing information in their reports, we would have no way of knowing.
О, класс.
Meanwhile, the Shogun would incorrectly conclude that the Vision Hunt decree poses no threat and would stick to her decision. If we had access to their reports, it would confirm everything.
But as I recall, the only person authorized to access that kind of official documentation is Kujo Takayuki.
Капец, я пошла до кухни сделать чаечек, и я уже устала. Я так не люблю болеть. Я такая слабая. Я немощная, как жаба.
It's heavily guarded too. Even with Sayu's help, swiping a document from under their noses is no easy task.
If only there was a way we could distract the guards just for long enough.
Фейерверками? Отречь, значит, это мы уже проходили.
Yoimiya's fireworks!
Ой, серьезно, его катала?
That's a very Toma-sounding suggestion, but it's a reasonable one. The statue of the omnipresent god is right by the Tenryou Commission. If someone set off fireworks near the statue, they certainly wouldn't ignore it.
Мне нравятся жабы, если что, жабки
While
классные.
they were preoccupied with that, Sayu could infiltrate the Tenryou Commission and take the report, as well as any other evidence she might find.
Great! It feels like I'm getting closer and closer to being a free man again. It feels like it's been an eternity since we last sat down and talked like this.
Нифига себе, нигири размером с голову. Не так уж и давно.
Well, it certainly felt like it to me. I've been looking forward to seeing you again every day since I got here.
О, ты
This
как
tea house
песик.
used to be my favorite hiding place, but now I've honestly lost track of how long it's been
Ну,
since I
чувствую себя
last set
жабкой не
foot outside
классно.
of here.
Ну да.
Oh man, I want to go to the hot springs so badly.
Poor Toma.
Let's focus on the issue at hand. The sooner the Vision Hunt decree is abolished, the sooner Toma will be free. This was a reunion of sorts, but there's no time to catch up. We'll celebrate properly when it's all over.
Ooh, let's play the hot pot game again.
You're still thinking about that?
The Tenryou Commission is heavily guarded. Be
Тома.
careful when you get near. Let's meet back here afterwards.
Alright, first let's go to Hanamizaka to find Yoimiya.
Мия. Так. Бедный Тома. Я к нему не заглядывала все это время, я просто забыла про него. Ай. Здрасте. Hello.
Yoimiya, we need an extra large firework. The super duper big kind.
Extra large firework? You sure came to the right person.
О, да.
As it happens, I made this really souped up one just a couple days ago. But it's so powerful that I haven't found anywhere I can test it out yet. Huh, may as well give it to you. Let me know how it turns out. Don't forget, move well away from it after you light the fuse, and try to avoid burning your clothes. Also, it's best that you cover your ears.
Она настолько мощная.
Why does Paimon feel so nervous all of a sudden?
Don't worry, it's just a firework. Come on, what's the worst that could happen?
Эту фразу нельзя говорить.
Give it a try.
Что может случиться? Это случится.
Well, we got our distraction. Now we just need to wait for night.
Я? Дождитесь полуночи. А сейчас не полночь? О, нет, я не туда зашла. Я так давно не приматывала время. Вот. Полночь. А? Чего? Кто занимается? Чем занимается? Что происходит? Персонаж занят другим. Письмо Тесата. Нам придется сначала это сделать. Ладно. Это тебе? О письме Хироэ Тесата. Это письмо госпожа Хироэ действительно поручила тебе доставить мне это письмо. Этот почерк действительно она. Как чудесно. Спасибо, что передал. Что касается таможенной грамоты, поскольку личная просьба госпожи Хираги это сделала, однако мне понадобится время на подготовку. Давай сделаем так. Ты можешь подождать меня возле ресторана Кинами. Зачем мне туда идти? Я хотел попросить тебя о небольшой услуге. Я как раз собирался кое-что отправить госпоже Хираги. Я написал письмо и попросил госпожу Кинами приготовить для меня угощение. Я планировал отправить их вместе с письмом госпоже Хираги в качестве подарка. Но если отец узнает о моих планах, он может быть недоволен. Когда ты пришел, я как раз назначал, что делать. Твой отец очень строгий. Отец, конечно, должен быть строгим. Я понимаю, почему он не хочет, чтобы я общался с госпожой Хираги. В конце концов, я член клана Кудзё и один из исполнителей комиссии Тенрё. Госпожа Хираги – молодая наследница клана Хираги, комиссии Кандзё. Если мы слишком сблизимся, то кто-то неизбежно воспользуется этим в своих целях. И хотя это всего лишь подарок, но в глазах некоторых людей это нечто намного большее. Хе-хе, давай больше не будем обсуждать эти пустяки. Путешественник, подожди меня, пожалуйста, в ресторана Киминами. Я согласую подорожную грамоту и принесу ее тебе. Кайф. Так. Я забыла доставить это письмо. Я думала, она к нему придет и сама ему все доставит. Я не знаю. Ой, Кит, ты в порядке? Добро пожаловать в ресторан Киминами. Об угощениях Камадзи. Ой, я уже приготовила угощение, которое заказал молодой господин Камадзи. Я сейчас их принесу. Но мне любопытно, кому молодой господин Камадзи хочет подарить эти угощения. Это не что иное, как представительский жест госпожа Киминами. Некоторое время назад господин Хираги Синока подарил моему отцу упаковку прекрасного чая. Мой отец знает, что Тесат, любимая дочь господина Хираги, питает слабость к угощениям, поэтому он поручил мне отправить их в качестве подарка. Я волновался, что доставка может занять слишком много времени, что в дороге их могут помять, поэтому я специально попросил этого путешественника доставить их. Госпожа Киминами, могу я взглянуть на угощение, пожалуйста? Я хочу убедиться, что мы ничего не забыли. Конечно, вот они. Пожалуйста, проверяйте. Все на месте. Спасибо, госпожа Киминами. Давай, отойдем, путешественник. Не стоит стоять у входа. Я хочу тебе еще кое-что рассказать. Я сегодня не буду делать голоса персонажам. Вот подорожная грамота. Возьми, пожалуйста. С этой подорожной грамотой ты сможешь беспрепятственно посещать Фрита. Спасибо. Не за что. Эта грамота облегчит тебе доставку. Кроме того, вот письмо. Ты сам написал это письмо? Да, я постарался написать это письмо в тактичной форме. Надеюсь, оно не обидит госпожу Хейраги. Пожалуйста, передай это письмо и угощение госпоже Хейраги. Снова нужно возвращаться. Хе-хе, но на этот раз у тебя есть подорожная грамота. Пересекать границу будет намного проще, чем до этого. На этом мне нужно тебя оставить, путешественник. Мне тоже пора возвращаться к общественным делам. Эх, когда же я смогу справиться сам? А теперь я могу пройти? А теперь я могу пройти. Что я там делала? Вот. Вот это я могу теперь пройти, да? Найс.
I smell rabbit.
И я...
You! The warrant is for your arrest! Freeze!
Страшно. Ну так вот. Ты меня не видишь. Давай придем внизу. Ну вот, и я забуду про эту коробочку с лакомствами на очень долгое время. Как это и было с письмом. Вот так вот. Так.
Pretty much how I thought.
Да.
There are loads and loads of people. If one of them spots me, I'll get caught. We need to get rid of them, or I won't be able to sneak inside.
Теперь вся надежда на Емию.
After I get the document, let's meet back at Komari Tea House, okay?
Хорошо. Сколько тебе лет, ребенок?
Also, if I do get caught, please come rescue me.
Хорошо.
Is this really a good idea? Anyway, let's make our way to the statue. Careful does it. Watch out for guards and don't get caught.
Хорошо. Мы будем в стелфе? Стелф? Запустить фейерверк. Ну я просто телепортнусь? Наверное. Патрульный солдат. О нет, я не туда. Не туда пошла. Нет. Нет. Ёмана. Странно, что он не забежит за нами внутрь, конечно, ну ладно, это нейтральная территория, предположим.
Well, how did it go?
Мы подожгли фейерверк и убежали.
Well done. Let's wait for news from Sayu.
Отлично сработано. Мы подожгли фейерверк. В порядке?
I know exercise helps you grow, but this was a little too much exercise.
Почему тут музыка боя?
Dizzy. Everyone is spinning.
Ой.
No, I can't sleep yet. There was something important I was supposed to do first. Oh, right, yeah, I got it.
Тревожная
I didn't
музыка.
know how to find a document you guys were talking about, so I just swiped a whole bunch of stuff that looks suspicious.
Молодец. Так надо.
Here you go. I'm going to sleep now.
Сразу спать. Жизненно, понимаю. О, как побежала спать.
My lady, what are we looking at?
This sealed envelope must be an official report that the Tenryou Commission is preparing to present to the Shogun.
Лицо так
In
разделено
addition,
красиво.
we have correspondence with the Fatui.
Ooh.
It seems that Gujiai was right. They have been fomenting unrest behind the scenes.
Ну всё.
This should be ample evidence. Please take them to Gujiai. I trust you will have a plan for the next step. I will also gather some people to try and root out the rest of the Fatui in Inazuma.
Still, mind yourself when you face the Shogun. I still get goosebumps just thinking about her drawing that blade.
Again, we'll just have to trust Gujiai.
She is close to the Shogun, so maybe she will have a way.
Но если мне нужно уворачиваться, я знаю как.
It should be time for a meeting with Yaimiko soon. Let's pack up our things and get ready to head to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Музыка нагнетает прям очень. Нагнетающая музыка. Я что, прям сейчас буду драться с Сёгуном? Да не, это фигня. Ну не сейчас же.
Lady Guji, here I am, as promised. Rest assured I came here alone and told no one about this trip.
I knew you would keep your promise after all. I'm sure you've barely been able to take your mind off it these past few days. Have you managed to get any sleep at all?
You're quite mistaken. I would never doubt the leaders of my clan. So, where is your proof?
Ah, how wonderful. Everyone's keeping their promises today.
You wouldn't believe what we had to go through to get our hands on this stuff.
Hand them to Sarah. She can examine them for herself.
What is this? I see this document bears the official seal of the head of the Kujo clan, and it doesn't look like a forgery. I don't understand. Not a single word about the resistance, Sangonomiya, or the situation on the front line. What about the soldiers who gave their lives on the front line, or the hardship endured by the people? Do they deserve no mention? Utter disregard for human life. Why would they want to hide it?
For the sake of the Vision Hunt decree, of course. Don't you think the Shogun might reconsider her policy if all of the things you just mentioned appeared in this report?
So, the Tenryou Commission, they are deliberately deceiving the Shogun?
Yes. Now, who else do you think might be benefiting from the Vision Hunt decree?
Тут еще есть секретное
This is a letter
письмо.
from the Tenryou Commission to the Fatui. The head of the Kujo clan kept this a secret from the Shogun too.
Сейчас прочитаем, если покажут.
Well,
в этот раз
the
не
things you
показали,
wanted to
серьезно.
see, but also wished not to see, are here before you.
Когда я паузу поставила, тогда они не показали нам.
Surely, you aren't planning to turn a blind eye to them?
So everything I've ever held on to,
Вау.
it's all... How could they? Ugh!
Тяжело.
This betrayal is unforgivable! Takayuki, you've got some explaining to do!
Оу, побежала.
Kujo-Sara seems pretty angry, huh? Looks like our Tenryou rebellion is successfully underway.
Если последуем за ней, будет возможность увидеть Сёгуна.
Yep, let's catch up with her.
Hold on, traveler. There's something else we need to discuss.
Huh?
Last time you entered the plane of Euthymia, it was in front of the statue of the omnipresent god, correct?
Верно.
You must find a way to recreate the circumstances of that day. If you can get the Raiden Shogun to open her heart to you once more before the statue of the omnipresent god, you will have the opportunity you need.
Я сделаю все, что в моих силах.
Take this with you as a farewell gift.
What is it?
The omamori from the Grand Narukami Shrine are very potent indeed. I thought I'd put one aside for you.
Спасибо.
If you find yourself at your wit's end, take it out and see what happens. Maybe your prayers will be answered and all your problems will disappear in the blink of an eye. Or if you ever think about me during your journey, take it out, won't you? Who knows? Maybe I'll just end up appearing right in front of you.
Да?
Cut it out, Fox Lady. This isn't the time or place to be poking fun at the traveler.
I'm sorry. Well then, time for you to face my hopeless fool of a friend. I'm counting on you.
Так. Если мы предположительно сейчас встретимся с Сёгуном, я думаю, нам надо подключиться. Ну так, на всякий случай. И будем есть много хавки. Мне стоит туда взять не электроперсонажа? Или все равно? Потому что у меня есть Кея. Кея, конечно, не настолько улучшенный, как Рейзер. Но, насколько я помню, у нее был иммунитет к электроатакам. Я забыла подлечить Кею.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Ну, что ж, Кея. Она блокирует верхние ульты.
You've got guts, I'll give you that. Since you are a witness, I suppose I can shield you from arrest. At least until I have received an explanation from Takayuki. But if it turns out that you have been deceptive in this matter, then not only will you be arrested immediately, but you'll also be charged with one more crime. Do I make myself clear?
Хил? У меня есть Беннет. Понятно.
Good.
У меня есть Беннет. Ну и... Не Пира? Серьезно, не Пира? Почему? У меня Беннет очень... Ну, самый прокачанный хил. У меня, конечно, есть еще Синцю, но... Он не настолько хорошо хилит. Но я могу его взять. У меня есть Синцю.
May knowledge guide you.
Я могу сделать вот так вот. Я не знаю, что мне делать. Ну, я всегда могу перепройти. А почему не Пир-то? Это же против Электро. Ладно, я попробую так пройти, а потом, если не получится, то основной командой.
Apologies, ma'am. Orders from the top.
О, чего?
No one is allowed to enter.
Out of my way! I need to speak to him. I won't tell you twice.
Windblade! Cool it! I must.
It's nothing.
I must withdraw. Battle formation! Get them!
This moment will be frozen in time. Dodge this!
Soldiers! Quick!
Strike! Storm the front!
I must
Give up!
Witness the power of good luck.
What's the hurry? Cool it! To get frostbite.
withdraw. I must withdraw.
Submit!
Ой, я случайно зашла в режим.
Allow me to strike first.
Oh, so sorry.
Windblade! Who goes there?
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter.
No turning back! Quiver!
Free! I must. This moment will be frozen in time. I must. Cool it!
No, my sword.
Your life is mine.
I'm lost.
Freeze!
Windblade!
Don't get frostbite.
Flash!
Battle formation!
Let me read you a verse. Rain outlines your...
Don't hold back.
Glory to the Shogun! Don't waste my time. Submit!
Cool it! This moment will be frozen in time.
Freeze! I won't forget this. Cool it.
Quiver! It's nothing.
Dodge this. Train harder.
Ну, в принципе, все не так уж и плохо прошло.
Sarah, have you gone insane? How dare you disregard my orders?
Master,
Слышь, ты сам виноват.
Ask him. Don't let him intimidate you.
Да, давай.
Master Takayuki, I've seen the report to the throne and the letter to the Fatui. Please, tell me why.
То, что нам дали Сару, это, конечно, помогло сильно.
So this is how my documents went missing from headquarters. You stole them.
Should I take your words to mean that these documents were not forgeries? They were really penned by your own
Как
hand.
она ходит на такой обуви?
Please tell me, Master. I need to know. Has the Tenryou Commission really betrayed the shogunate?
Yes, I have dealings with the Fatui, and yes, the report you saw was penned by my hand.
He just came right out and admitted it.
The diplomats from Snezhnaya promised a very generous reward indeed, and all they requested of me in return was to see that the Vision Hunt decree is upheld. For too long, the Kujo clan's position has been coveted by so many. There is no shortage of clans who would tear us down at the first opportunity. So, when the chance arose to gain the backing of another powerful nation and crack down on our enemies at the same time, it appeared to me to be an excellent deal. I simply saw no need to inform you,
просто не счёл нужным. Ну да, конечно.
You worship the shogun. How can you betray her after all this time and act like it's nothing?
Betrayal? How can you call this a betrayal?
Ну ты с
The
Фатуей
Fatui
связался.
may think they are using me,
Ну
but the
конечно.
reverse is true. What could they possibly hope to achieve?
Да не убивать
When
людей.
the lightning strikes in Inazuma, they shall fall to their knees and tremble, paralyzed by fear and trepidation. After all, none can contend with the supreme power of the almighty Raiden Shogun and the Muso no Hitotachi.
Он просто чрезмерно уверен в силе.
Yeah. He doesn't worship the Raiden Shogun herself, but her power as a warrior. Especially the Muso no Hitotachi. In fact, he seems to be way too into it.
But Master, what about loyalty? Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, you taught me the importance of loyalty from servants to their superiors. But it's clear to me now that you wanted my loyalties to stop with the Kujo clan. So you were scared that I would betray you one day? You hypocrite! Preaching about virtue just to mask your own wretched selfishness!
Selfishness? I am but safeguarding the eternity of the Kujo clan. I'm quite sure the almighty Shogun would be sympathetic to that. As would the former head of our clan.
Hate to say it, but his ego is getting in the way. If he thinks the Kujo clan is a match for the Fatui, Paimon thinks he's in for a nasty surprise.
Посмотрим, что скажет Кёдзе Сара.
I've doubted the Vision Hunt decree in the past. I asked myself, is this truly the correct thing to do? Even though it goes against what I know in my heart to be right. But I chose to obey the Shogun. For as long as she leads the way, who among us is qualified to judge between right and wrong when we have not yet reached the end of the path? But now I realize that the path of eternity is one without end, while this path, it has long since been defiled by your selfish ways. So I'm going to tell the Shogun the truth about all this. If nothing else, my conscience will be clear.
Stubborn and futile. Report to the Shogun if you so wish. The Kujo clan's position is now unshakable, and nothing you can do will change this. The Shogun is at Tenshukaku receiving a Snezhnayan diplomat.
Ooh.
A harbinger.
Сеньора.
You're the one behind all this? Not her again. the Kanjo Commissioner meeting with an arrogant-sounding woman. We should have known.
A diplomat from Snezhnaya. Well, if she thinks she's leaving Inazuma in one piece, she's got another thing coming.
Sara stormed off! Do you think she's gonna go barge into Tenchukaku right now?
Имеет значение, у нас с сеньорой свои счеты.
You can say that again! Alright then, let's do this!
Yeah. Могу с ним поговорить?
As long as we have the Muso no Hitotachi, the people of Inazuma.
Ну, интересный мужик, конечно, интересный. Вопрос только в том, идти ли мне сражаться с Сёгоном этой же команды или другой. Что ты мне сказал? Что ты мне вякнул? Ну, эта команда, в принципе, хорошая. Оу, шит. Эта команда, в принципе, хорошая, но у меня Беннет хилит больше, чем Синсю. В принципе, я могу взять Беннета вместо Синсю. Но вы сказали мне не брать Пира. А почему все мертвые? Что происходит? Бежит труп, он такой, что происходит? Окей, мы немножко спешим. Ой. Рекомендует отряд уровня 69. 69. А Синсю уровня 69. Мне кажется, это знак. Что мы пойдем... Оставь...
I might have mistaken it for some kind of street market.
Что тебе надо, сеньора?
Have you learned your lesson now?
Oh no! What has she done to Kujo-Sara?
Надеюсь, не
The right to
убила.
punish Inazumans for their crimes is mine alone. Not yours, Signora.
Then I apologize, Almighty Shogun.
Signora.
I know. You can't get me out of your mind.
Damn.
But you really don't need to call my name
Ну,
all
что я
the
могу
time.
сказать? Такую даму
Don't
сложно
go
забыть.
thinking I'm surprised to see you here. I'm well aware that you hate me, with the way you follow me around like a dark shadow.
Ты из-под тяжка распространяешь глаза порчи.
So you came to expose my crimes in front of the Shogun?
Да.
I'm just a Snezhnayan diplomat. I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ну, конечно.
Take us seriously at all!
За секту лишился глаз Бога. За секту пострадал от глаз
Stop
порчи.
talking about people and things that I care nothing about.
Oh, damn.
They were
Sorry.
nobodies to begin with, and their names will be forgotten. But now, at least, they get to be building blocks in the grand revolution to realize eternity. Is that not the greatest honor they could hope for in their tiny little lives? Almighty Shogun,
Ну,
do correct me if
что я
I'm
могу
wrong.
сказать? Если бы можно было играть за сеньору, я бы играла все время за сеньору. А еще сердце Бога
That's ancient
Венти.
history. You certainly love to hold a grudge.
Я
The
такая,
Tsaritsa's dream is the
у-ля-ля,
noblest
ну
and
хватит
purest
такие
thing
ракурсы-то
in
делать, вы
all the
чего?
world. These other mundane details you insist on mentioning, they're just necessary sacrifices.
Пора положить
That
всему этому
stop
конец.
you. Stop me.
Да. Оу.
For what it's worth, I've grown tired of seeing you around as well. But I didn't have you down as someone quite so
Что я
foolhardy.
могу сказать? Мне нравятся сильные
Before you go
женщины.
saying something you can't take back, remember that you're Inazuma's most wanted criminal. I suggest you consider your circumstances very carefully. Charging into Tenshukaku uninvited and lecturing me in front of the Shogun wasn't the brightest move. Don't you think it's time you stopped digging? I'm not sure you realize quite how much distance there is between us, both in status and in strength.
Очень красивые глаза.
I challenge you.
Сеньору противно.
To a duel before the throne.
Он говорит! Он говорит! Да, я согласна, характер у нее ужасный, но дэм.
Proceed.
Спасибо, Сюгун.
My, you're full of surprises today. So you've learned to make the law of the land work for you too.
Пупа умеет говорить.
I'll admit that I never expected to be in a situation where the two of us were on equal footing. You are aware that the loser must die.
Да, так это обычно работает с подземельями.
Are you sure this is what you want?
Да, я просто возражусь и перепройду. Все в порядке.
Then I will deign to share this last dance with you.
О, ребята, тут стало жарко или что? Это просто стрим, на который я фангерлю по сеньоре. О май, о май. Ладно, все, хватит. О, шит. А в смысле у меня мороз идет? О, шит. Нет. Не разрушай их, грейся. Грейся давай. Нет. Нет, я сказала нет. Грейся, 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 грейся.
Rain out.
Ah, no.
Don't waste my time. Testable.
Into the frozen void.
Грейся, 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 грейся. Какая же она женщина прямо, ух. Ладно, все, извините. Ты где? Она где, блин? А, она там! Греемся, 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 греемся. Бежим, 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 греться. Из элементарной реакции, что я могу сказать? Я надеюсь, холод подойдет. Холод не подойдет. Гайс. О, no, о, no, о, no. Можно я погреюсь? Можно я погреюсь, пожалуйста, сеньора? Сеньора. О, шит. Ребята, мне кажется, нам придется перепройти. Я хочу погреться, пожалуйста.
Body and mind.
Пожалуйста, пожалуйста. О, шит, о, фак. Что ж, ребята. О, шит. Я пытаюсь сделать то, что вы говорите. Мне кажется, мы перепройдем это. Снова привет, привет. Мне кажется, нам придется это перепройти, ребят. Оу, шит. О, фак. Ребята, я предлагаю сделать небольшую паузу. Рип Нингуан, скажем так. Что ж, я думаю, без Нингуан мы проживем, в принципе.
Pale flame, lay waste to frozen shell and witness my suffering. In fires of sin and retribution, your soul will be incinerated.
Retribution, как у Делюка, что ли? Нифига. Вау, 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 вау. Подождите. Да, конечно, ты переместилась, когда я тебя атакуешь. Да-да. Ага!
Not good. Immolation. A cherished agony. Do you feel it?
What's the hurry?
Disappear!
Да я твои серьезно. Вау, это что было 4К у Синсю? Нифига. Я он никогда так много не делал. Пожалуйста, работай быстрее. Давай, работай. Да куда ты все время перемещаешься? Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Она идет ко мне, да? Нет. Да ты... Она доджнула. Кея. О, no. О, no. What the fuck? Где она? Куда она делась-то? А! Ай. Давай, Сенсю. Я верю в тебя. Где она? Куда она делась, Стой! Стой! Ага. Так, что в чате? Вот сейчас не будет минут пиру, это она и есть. О боже мой, я это прошла своей не самой сильной командой.
So strong, but how?
Оу. О. Ты ко мне идешь? А, не ко мне.
I'm Snezhnayan diplomat. You know what happens if you lay a finger on me. Swear, if you strike me, I will make sure.
Она хочет ее убить.
The Fatui will make sure that your precious Ina Stop! I order you, and you, filthy rats, all of you.
Я передумала сражаться с Райдом. Да, я, пожалуй, не буду этого делать.
You, are the enemy of eternity. But as the victor, I acknowledge your honor. Therefore, I shall allow you to leave Tenshukaku alive.
Да? Оу. Шит, меня телепортнуло. Я ни на что не нажимаю. Добрый вечер. Я ни на что не нажимаю, но он идет. Пайман! Я тут под трипами какими-то похожа. Сеньора мертва. Да. Скоро мы тоже будем мертвы. Я буквально ни на что не нажимаю. Пробел. Ой, я могу... А, нет, уже не могу вертеть. Мусоно хитатати.
Also, when the Shogun executed Signora with the Muso no Hitotachi, it was unbelievably powerful.
Да, мне кажется, нас накрыло после этого.
Seems impossible to defend against. And if so, we've got no hope whatsoever of defeating her in combat.
Да. Особенно с моей полудохлой командой. План Ямика. Я надеюсь, нас не заставит идти с этой же командой, потому что она у меня половина сдохла. Ну, на самом деле я впечатлена, что я смогла пройти с первого раза сеньору. Потому что я думала, я сдохну. Пайман, сосредоточься на моменте. Ты видишь этот момент? Да. О. Нет, я не в порядке. Звуки снаружи так шумно. Меня что-то хуёвит, Пайман. Я не знаю, что со мной. Пайман, у них не обеспокоенный вид, они мертвы, они валяются на земле. О, ребята! Ребята, мне что-то не очень. О май гад. Пайман, спаси меня!
There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
Он оживил! Он глаз бога оживил! Он отразил его! Ёбаный брод! Они будут атаковать Сёгуна? О май гад. Что? Статуя сейчас взорвется? Что с ней? О! Слишком много всего происходит, слишком быстро. Помогите.
So we meet again.
Да, давай поговорим. Давай будем говорить, а не сражаться, потому что моя команда мертва. Цены на зум одни из самых красивых. О, фух, мы говорим.
What is the reason that I find you standing here before me once again?
Как хорошо, что мы говорим.
Do you hope your foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it simply a means of seeking an audience with me?
Эти фатуи обманулись и Гонорайтон.
Surely you didn't rouse me from my state of eternal meditation only to tell me this. If so, then you underestimate me. I am quite well informed about the Vision Hunt decree.
What? Ты знаешь обо всем, что происходит снаружи?
Not so. Only everything that pertains to eternity.
Ну, значит,
The
не
Vision Hunt decree
всё.
has my tacit approval. The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise, they would have been purged long ago.
Но охота на глаза Бога принесла столько вреда.
Individual ambition is inherently incompatible with eternity. What you might not realize is that all too often, people have far more to lose by chasing their dreams. Consider this. No one will lose their life on account of having their vision taken away. Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted on pursuing their own aspirations. Are they, traveler? Your existence is unique in my eyes. There seems to be limitless uncertainty in you. To put it another way, you are the furthest thing from eternity. So, I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. What matters is that I tread the path of eternity on my people's behalf.
Это твое царство Эвтюмия. Его создало твое сознание, правильно?
That's right. I'm surprised you understand it so well. Anyway, you're looking for a chance to shake my will, aren't you?
Я здесь не для того, чтобы оспаривать твои идеи. Я пришел разбить их. Ой, нет, не надо с ней сражаться.
So be it.
Не-не-не-не-не.
Well then, you who would defy eternity, time for you to enlighten me.
Нет, нет, what the fuck, зачем ты это сделал? Нет.
Excessive yearning.
Что нам давала Юэмика? Юэмика нам давала штуку. Вот. Достань ее, достань ее. Нет. Так. К сожалению, у меня нету защиты от электро. Что с моим здоровьем? Оно по... О, нас подлечили. Найс.
Leads to inevitable destruction.
What's the... Oh, so sorry.
Где ты?
Freeze. Blade.
Your life is mine. You are an enemy that requires special attention.
Ow, 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 ow.
Dodge this. What's the hurry?
Time to know my sword.
Давайте будем просто уклоняться.
Freeze.
Lightning falls on the last.
Oh no, 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 беги, 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 беги.
This ends now.
Oh shit, oh fuck.
Rain, how can I let my guard down?
Ай.
Strike dead.
Нет, не ходьба, пожалуйста.
Freeze.
Где ты? Нет. Ах ты, сука.
Evasion is futile.
No, my sword.
Ну давай. Нет, я сказала. Нет. Куда? Стой. Да я тебя хоть раз ударю. О, шит, о, фак. Синцю. Пожалуйста, ульту сейчас. Спасибо. Кея, живи, пожалуйста. Давай, ульта, лечи, спасибо.
I will mold you into the foundations of eternity. Instabilities will be removed. Охота на глазу.
Ау, shit of fuck. А, я не могу ничего делать, только я. Оу, shit of fuck. Нифига мы быстрые. Оу. Наконец-то ты достал его. Надо было сначала.
Aren't you cutting it rather close?
Да, я сразу поняла.
Miko, this was your doing?
Now. Don't forget who taught you how to place your consciousness in objects. Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you?
Нет.
Though you alone are here, they too have ambitions, which they long since entrusted to you.
Что? Господи, это так масштабно, это так эпично.
Close your eyes.
О. Что? У меня буквально мурашки. Что?
We can abolish the Vision Hunt Decree.
Это все желание людей. Мне надо опять с ней сражаться? Да! Oh no! Fuck, oh shit, oh fuck. Ладно, что происходит? Что ты делаешь?
All will be settled. It's nothing. Push your luck.
Да, я пушу лак. Слышишь?
No, my sword. Frostbite. Dodge this. Don't waste my time.
Ты где? О, no. Что ты делаешь? Что ты делаешь? Что ты делаешь, блин? Так. Oh no.
Let me weave you a burst. Rain outlines your... Cool it. This moment will be frozen in time. All will be severed.
Нет.
Your life is mine. Your verdict is decided. Time to act. Freeze.
Нет, у меня нет сил бежать.
Oh, my sword. Witness the power. Don't get frostbite.
This world, a fleeting shadow.
Submit.
Submit, я сказала.
Windblade, disappear.
Don't push your luck. Freeze. Oh, so sorry.
Уф. Это было попроще. Да.
Yes,
Как ни странно.
Why can you not trust your people and in the power of their ambitions? These ambitions have transcended space and time. They are something that no one can snuff out.
Когда все как один ступают вперед, они способны превзойти ожидания богов.
Is this the lesson you learned from your journey in Liyue?
Да.
There are nations where humans cast their god aside and stride forward. So are we to just abandon the notion of progress for the sake of wishful thinking?
You and I have both witnessed the great loss that progress can bring. Eternity. Eternity is the only way.
Это звучит как способ справиться с травмой потери, когда люди закрываются от других и Просто думаешь, что если никому не давай к себе приблизиться, то тебе больше не будет больно. Но это не способ успокоиться.
It casts a shadow. My name means shadow. With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress. And yet, something was lost with each step forward. In the end, I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every thunder sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment. She said that once. But I've seen a nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles. Perhaps only if time stands still will the lightning's glow never fade. The present moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
Вау, то есть вся эта страна произошла из
Heavenly
травмы.
principles. Irrelevant nonsense as far as I'm concerned. When all's said and done, all you really want is to protect your beloved Inazuma forever and ever. Isn't that right?
That would be something of an oversimplification.
But is this nation worth existing for eternity? Stripped of ambitions, stripped of the potential for change.
Да.
It does nothing more than simply exist. It is a hollow shell of a nation.
Да.
I wonder what loss would it really be to anyone if such a nation were destroyed.
Miko, retract your words. Never changing eternity is the promise I made to my people.
Они не хотят этого больше.
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your attention. Your divine gaze.
You mean visions? Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years. They cannot afford to bear any extra losses. But I have experienced it all. That is why I have chosen to guide them along the correct path toward eternity.
Но они-то этого не знают.
But eternity is far too cruel a fate for you, eh?
For me?
Not only have you stopped paying attention to the world, but you have stopped paying attention to yourself. It must have been terribly lonely here, all alone, for centuries on end.
But it is necessary.
Да можно
You will miss
по-другому.
much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but have you considered all you are losing by remaining here in stasis for all eternity? You are obviously lonely, and yet for the sake of eternity you choose to stretch your loneliness out to infinity. Tell me this. Why is the sky here that was once so dark glowing again?
О,
Why
кстати, да.
now?
Кстати, да.
This is your plane of euthymia. It's your inner world. So it can only mean that you are happy to see me again. You have found the loneliness here unbearable for a long time now, haven't you?
I have nothing to say to that.
But I have so much to say to you. Let me tell you all that has happened over the last few centuries.
Нифига, столетий.
How long will that take?
As a Fox envoy, I have an excellent memory. I recall every detail of the last few centuries with perfect clarity. So it will probably take me another few centuries to relay it to you.
Ой.
Miko, I never thought I would have the chance to meet with you like this again. Seeing you again is a change to eternity. And a very nice surprise.
Since you are willing to admit that, I suppose that means we can still be friends?
Путешественник просто топчется
What
рядом
a
такой.
childish conversation this is. Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan, I will honor your wish to abolish the Vision Hunt decree. But, with regards to eternity and the question of whether this nation should move forward, I need time to give it some thought.
You are the one who's been acting like a child from the very beginning. As promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt decree. Finally, her people's wishes penetrated her locked heart. Beyond the plane of Euthymia, she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you.
Как красиво все-таки тут.
Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring victory, to inspire hope.
Тома вышел, он вышел. Из подвала вышел.
But some ambitions outlive their masters long after the soul ascends. They remain as they were in the beginning.
У него два глаза Бога, кстати, было одновременно.
Burning bright and true.
Мы такого еще не видели.
For all eternity. Да, сцены Инозума одни из самых красивых. Я еще не видела, что дальше, то да. Типа, что не было. Это вся заслуга Ямика.
Maybe the reason Yaimiko is looking for us now is because she wants to thank us. Let's go find her.
Вау. Дали электросозвездие. Ямика. Здорово.
Why, hello. If it isn't the triumphant traveler. And why might you be visiting the shrine? A sign of piety, perhaps.
Я до сих пор в шоке, что мне удалось ее победить своей второй запасной командой, которая не то чтобы супер хорошая, она чисто для бездны создавалась. Вот мне повезло.
I was just joking. I've been waiting for you.
Шутница.
Seems like someone's in a pretty good mood.
Mm-hmm. Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years was truly delightful. By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne, with a Fatui Harbinger no less.
Меня просто вдруг осенило.
Defeating Signora head-on in a duel means that your strength exceeds my expectations.
Я чуть не померла там, поверь.
Still, you did end up victorious.
Это да.
I gather congratulations are in order.
Plan for once. They caused plenty of trouble along the way, but at the very least, they didn't get their hands on another Gnosis.
Wait a second. Did you say Gnosis?
Uh-huh.
As in, the little thing that looks something like a chess piece?
Да.
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? Gnosis belong to the Seven. They're what keep them connected to Celestia.
Oh.
В смысле,
What's wrong?
Это ты чё?
I handed that over.
Что?
You did what now?
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the Balladeer exactly? The Balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, he is superior to Signora. I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for any old reason.
For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Но почему сердце Бога было у тебя?
After A created her puppet vessel, she no longer had anywhere to put it. As her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me, and I've kept it in the Grand Narukami Shrine ever since. She no longer needs the power of the Gnosis, and in any case, she tells me she has severed ties with Celestia. Thus, the Gnosis became not only useless, but also a potential source of conflict. Is that not a good bargain, exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan? Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
Ну ладно, потом отберем.
When you put it like that, Paimon has to agree. The Traveler is worth more than a Gnosis.
Вот какой выходит ценный.
Well, what's done is done. And Paimon heartily thinks we'll be getting it back now. Let's leave the past in the past. So anyway, you still haven't told us why you called us here today.
It's to thank you.
Really?
You intend to travel all over Teyvat, and the time has come for the Inazuma leg of your trip to come to an end, has it not?
Мы будем говорить
As
с
a mark
тобой?
of my gratitude, I will answer any questions you may have about the road ahead or the events of the past.
Вместо Райден. Обычно мы разговаривали с Архонтом в конце.
What would you like to know about?
Расскажи о кукле Сигона.
That puppet was built with technology that has been lost to time. Perhaps she, as a god, is the only one privy to the knowledge of its origins. Still, there is one other thing on this topic that I suspect you may be curious to know. Before A began modifying her own godly form, she took it upon herself to create a prototype puppet.
So, you mean there are 3 Raiden Shoguns?
No. The prototype was merely a proof of concept. Its appearance and intellect were not based on A. It was a test. The original plan was for A to simply discard it. But perhaps A thought this to be too cruel, because in the end she chose only to seal the power within it. Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own consciousness, until the Fatui took an interest in him.
Ugh! Not the Fatui!
Some eccentric geniuses in the ranks of the Fatui made adjustments to the prototype, not only unsealing his power, but very likely rendering him even more formidable than his original specifications.
Неужели?
The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the Gnosis, and the prototype puppet is now known as the Balladeer.
Почему сказители?
What a crazy story!
It is, isn't it? Who can say whether it's coincidence or destiny?
Расскажи о прошлом Сигона Райден.
I'm surprised an outlander like you is aware that there was once a change of Electro Archon. Few citizens of Inazuma are aware of this.
Morat's told us. He said that the Electro Archon Ball has passed away.
Yes. The truth of the matter is that there were 2 twin gods, Baal and Beelzebul.
Twin gods?
They won the Archon War together, and when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or shadow warrior. In other words, she acted as Baal's body double. Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted. Baal's name was Makoto. As far as the world was aware, there were not 2, but 1. They complemented each other, and they ruled Inazuma jointly, so there was no need for the public to know the truth. In fact, the name Baal and the title of Raiden Shogun was understood to refer to both of them. Right up until...
Until what?
Makoto died several hundred years ago in a war that I was not personally involved in. Since then, A has assumed the shogunate.
Losing her sister must have been super hard on A.
Несколько столетий назад.
That was when A began to change. Makoto was her greatest loss.
Paimon feels like she understands A lot better now after finding that out. So what kind of god was Makoto?
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was she was a gentle god, who in each moment cherished the beauty of what was before her.
Вообще отличаются. Расскажи о моей сестре.
Sorry, I haven't a clue. I'm also unfamiliar with the god you describe. But if you still have doubts about A, I would say they are misplaced. Not only does she not fit your description, but she voluntarily gave up her gnosis long ago, severing her ties with Celestia in the process.
После встречи с ней мне кажется, что это она.
That's good to hear. Otherwise, given that I'm her familiar, it could have made our relationship rather awkward, don't you think?
Могли, да.
Don't worry. We aren't looking to pick a fight with you.
I wish you the best of luck. May you soon discover the truth behind it all. As for your sister's whereabouts, I will use all the resources at my disposal to investigate it, and I will also borrow some of Ayato's people from the Shiumatsuban. I'll let you know if I find out anything. Consider it part of my means of thanking you.
Спасибо. Расскажи, куда мне предстоит отправиться дальше.
After leaving Inazuma, I think it would be easiest for you to go to Sumeru.
Sumeru.
Oh, Sumeru! From there on our journey so far.
Ой, Пайман заглючил что-то.
Sumeru is the land of the god of wisdom, where the quest for wisdom and knowledge is never-ending. But their obsession gives rise to some truly inexplicable things. For example, in Sumeru, knowledge is holistically managed as a resource.
Это в смысле?
Knowledge is a resource?
Его продают?
Yes.
Или что?
I don't know whether it was the sages or Lesser Lord Kusanali who came up with the idea.
Lesser Lord Kusanali? That's a cute name.
Oh, you haven't heard. Lesser Lord Kusanali is the deity in whom the people of Sumeru place their faith. It's their chosen term of endearment for her. I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her too. I wish you all the best. Are you sure? Okay then. Oh, Traveler. Do you still have the Omamori I gave you?
Конечно, я сохранил его.
Keep it safe. Is that all you intend to do with it?
А что еще надо?
There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show off to the world, telling everyone who inquired that it was given to you by none other than Yai Miko, the wise and beautiful.
Who in their right mind would do that?
Okay, I'll stop. Now, a question for you. Traveler, what is your ambition?
Наверное, встретиться с сестрой.
I see. But that is merely a small goal, based on what preoccupies you here and now. Your ambition should be something that transcends the world below and the starry sky above. Something that shines in unison with fate itself. Perhaps the reason you do not possess a vision is that such an ambition has yet to be engendered within you. It's a possibility. Continue on your journey, and maybe that moment will come to pass.
Это значит, что у нас будет глаз Бога. Ух. Так, что ж. Не, мы не стовато. Их. Еее. Чё, будем делать круточки? Да, завершать потихонечку. Кстати, какой мне тут выбрать? Какое из этого оружия Нахида? Я не знаю. Мне кажется, что вот это. Это похоже на то, что она использовала бы. Не то, чтобы я буду крутить этот баннер, но на всякий случай. Вдруг. У меня хватит на 10? Да, серьезно. Мне не хватает совсем чуть-чуть. Чайник это ее сигна? Давайте еще чуть-чуть примагемчиков пособираем совсем. Чтобы сразу десяточку открутить-то. Территорию закрой. Быстренько. Какую территорию? Тут вот есть желание Нингуан. О, награда ранга приключений. Точно. Я и забыла про это. То, что я 45-го уровня уже стала, пока я это все делала. О, что? Катсцена?
Traveler. Right on cue.
Hey,
Catherine,
что надо
got any
делать?
new commissions for us today? Also, how come you look so happy to see us? What have you done?
Да, что
I
ты
went to the
сделала?
shrine to draw a fortune slip earlier. The shrine maiden told me that it is the season for an unexpected reunion.
Hey.
Catherine? Drawing fortune slips at the shrine? Is it just Paimon, or is that the most unusual thing ever? Wait, no, that's not the unusual part. We're in Liyue. You went to Inazuma and back in a single day?
Even I have a private life, you know.
Okay, so when you say unexpected reunion, you mean running into us, right?
Who can say? But the anticipation of knowing that an unexpected reunion is due is making me happy to see everyone I cross paths with today.
Fair enough. Even though we see each other pretty much every day,
Каждый
whatever
день.
makes you happy.
Возможно.
Wait, are you saying? Oh, Paimon gets it. Well, let's just hope the Shrine Maiden was right. Fingers crossed we find her.
I'm sorry. Did I say something I shouldn't have? You both seem a little down.
Oh, it's nothing. Anyway, back to business. Do you have a new commission you want to give to us?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. This one is from a miner. It seems to be related to investigating the chasm.
Really? Does this mean the chasm's not sealed off anymore?
I will leave the requester to fill you in on all the relevant details. His name is Yue Hui, and he should be at the chasm right now.
All right then. Thanks, Catherine.
Я вообще за примагемами зашла к тебе.
Very well. Ad Astra Abyssosk. This time you are truly bound for the abyss. Good luck to you both.
Отдай мне, пожалуйста,
Ad Astra.
награду-то. Еее. Ну что, все готовы? Нет, ну она мне, конечно, не упадет в первую десятку, но мне может упасть кто-то из вот этих. Мне очень понравилась девочка с джином, вот эта вот, она прикольная. Ну да, она не упала в первую десятку, естественно. Ой, Крио штучка. Мне, правда, Лайла не очень понравилась по геймплею. Я проходила испытания с ней. Всего одна фиолетка. Ну, ладно. Она прикольная девушка такая. Так. Хорошая. А, у меня остались только вот эти. Ну, ладно. Может, тут хоть что-то упадет? Пожалуйста. Нет, серьезно? Почему он меня так не любит? Этот баннер. Что я сделала не так? Ой, что ж. Ну... Я вообще еще не очень так устала. В принципе. Ну, как ни странно. Не знаю, попроходить еще немножко, что ли. Чтобы накруточки насобирать. Дайте я посмотрю. Опа! Хей! Ой, она прикольная. Она спит?
How did I do that?
О, обычная крутка.
Get it together.
Упадет ли мне что-то сегодня с обычного баннера? Или он продолжит меня троллить? Это, конечно, вопрос. Ну, пожалуйста, хоть что-нибудь. Да серьезно. Это так нечестно. Это нечестно.
We're going to hunt.
You want me?
Оп. Просто особо все равно не могу сейчас ничего делать, кроме как сидеть или лежать. У меня ни на что нету сил, кроме этого. Да, Нилька тут стоит уже очень-очень давно. Она все ждет меня.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project!
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this would be a huge opportunity.
Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are, however, still outstanding. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough with Plostrite, but I've never even heard of those other 2.
Only sufficiently large pieces of Plostrite, or specifically Vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder Cores, meanwhile, are the central components of the mechanical structure of the Jade Chamber. Adepti Sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are as indispensable as the mechanical core itself. Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if, but of when. I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price for the materials that you find, and in addition, the first 3 people who collect all the materials will have the opportunity to ask me a question. You may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest answer. I trust that this means of compensation will be to everyone's satisfaction.
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liyue Harbor's development plan for next year...
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to it first takes the market.
Насколько много должно быть власти у человека, чтобы он попросил добыть недобываемое и в награду назначил просто ответ на вопрос?
What a coincidence! I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some Plostrite just the other day. So excuse me all, but I have some business to do.
No. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal! Let's get involved!
Давайте
So you
поможем.
heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested?
Правда, можно будет задать любой вопрос?
Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Может быть, я смогу спросить о сестре?
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business.
Пайман.
Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again.
Ну, тогда это хороший вопрос.
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance. The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person. When you do arrive, please seek out my secretary. Remember, this is a race against the clock. A rare opportunity presents itself to you. Do not let somebody else snatch it from your grasp.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, we better get going. First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on over there.
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang has set up. As it happens, we have some information about the materials that I really think might interest you. Come on, let's find somewhere a little more private, and we can get down to brass tacks.
Совсем не подозрительно.
I don't need it.
Ah, don't be like that. Hey, come on, don't go! Why don't you stand there after her?
Oh,
right, yeah.
Храбрецян. Что?
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful information. Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out.
Мне кажется, они шарлатаны, Паймон. Мне кажется, они просто ее заманивают, чтобы побить. Они думают, что она богатая.
They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Nowhere left to run. Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some Mora, we give you a little info. Everybody's a winner.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off. I'm telling you, there's something different about her.
Ого, какие глаза.
So what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay those gambling debts if we just let money walk away from us, huh?
I've already told you. I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a way that won't be so easy to forget.
Come on, ma'am. You seem like an intelligent lady. I shouldn't have to spell this out to you. It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you taking out your money and handing it over and nobody getting hurt.
Пойму такая, давай скажем. Давай скажем страшнику.
I know you have money. I saw you. Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Leo Lee Pavilion, ordering a table full of food, and only taking a few bites. Then Shin Yue Kiosk, then Wanmin Restaurant. Same story each time. You order all the signature dishes, take a few bites, then you're on your way again. How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family? And since you're so rich, what's the loss to you in giving us a little spare change, huh?
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor. But here we are. Perhaps... yes. Let's call it fate.
Boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
Да ты что?
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
Они ведут дела при помощи группы сил.
Oh, you again.
Millilith? What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this? You ought to mind your own business. I swear!
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians? You're coming with us.
No, don't be angry, sir. Please, let me explain.
Милевиту или преступников, которые обступили беловолосую девушку. Ты в порядке?
Shenhe.
Shenhe?
My name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is, well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's travel buddy.
Да, ПП.
I've heard about you two before. Thank you for helping to defuse the situation. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it would have taken to get him to surrender.
You can't do that. That's way too violent.
Почему нет? Они его угрожали.
There are laws against that kind of stuff, you know.
Laws?
Ты никогда не слышала о законах?
No. Apparently not.
Really? So how exactly have you...
Что это за звук?
That would be my stomach growling. I haven't eaten enough.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other, but only took a small bite of each dish. Then of course you're still hungry. So, anything in particular you're hungry for?
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals.
Это лекарственные травы.
Medicinal herbs?
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Booba Pharmacy's not far away. Let's take Shenhe there for a big medicinal meal. After all, you can't work on an empty stomach.
Oh.
Do you think Shenhe might be an Adeptus?
Ну, видим ЦЦ.
It seems like it's her first time in Liyue Harbor, and she doesn't seem to get how things work here. If she is an Adeptus, that would explain everything. Where does she fit in with the other Adepti, though? Paimon's super curious.
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Chingson, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
Сколько это будет стоить?
She's really eating them.
Пока все с Леем наблюдали за происходящим, Шенхен доела травы.
My hunger has now abated. Thank you.
Какие они на вкус?
Rather awful. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance. After consuming a large quantity of them, bitterness is all that remains.
Зачем ты их ешь тогда?
How can you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food? If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town and order a whole table of food and eat it all in one go.
Конечно, Paimon.
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future.
Huh?
The food of the mortal realm is most delicious, but should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle to my continued spiritual development. Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Return to the mountains. That proves it. Paimon knew she was an Adeptus.
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part in the Rebuild the Jade Chamber competition! And now we're probably super behind because we've been held up for so long.
I see. I heard something about the contest when I was passing by.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang any question you want if you win! Were you interested? contest too, Shinha?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest. However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance. Oh, don't worry. I ask for nothing in return.
Wow! You really don't have to. But having an Adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Добро пожаловать в команду.
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
Great! Paimon bets this is gonna be the awesomest plan ever!
I am not sure whether, or to what extent, this plan can be classified as awesome. I do, however, believe it will be highly effective. We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us. Then, we alone shall become the victors.
Убить их?
Veto! That is not acceptable! Not by a long shot!
Really? But I hear that competition is in essence about conflict and one-upmanship.
Look, we want to win this competition fair and square, okay? Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils. Let's start at the top of the list and work down. So, for Plostrite...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's you.
Baiju? What are you doing out here?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so I came out to fetch the ingredients personally.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs so much wound dressing all of a sudden?
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on site? I didn't ask, though. Far be it from me to pry into my customers' personal affairs. Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is very short-handed right now. I don't suppose any of you are looking for part-time work, by any chance?
No, we've got other stuff to do. While you're here, though, you seem to know a lot. Have you ever heard of something called Sunset Vermilionite?
Ah, the variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? There is some mention of it in the Seven Mountain Treatises. When activated, Sunset Vermilionite rises up all the way into the clouds. It's very rare indeed.
Вы мне про него рассказывали.
As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of. But the Feiyun Commerce Guild would know far more about this than I do.
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Thanks, Baiju.
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all. And if there's anything further you need from me, just come to the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
А, точно. Я просто поднималась вдвое по лестнице, случайно заглянула в книжный магазин. Мы искали путеводитель по Льюэ, что ли, и встретили там Синцю. Вот. Точно. Так, сколько нам надо еще раз? $50.
The heavens are smiting me.
Прошу
Smiting me
прощения.
to smithereens.
Вы Чан 9?
Uh-huh. And what do you want?
О, вот Синцю.
Come on, spit it out.
We've heard heard you've got tons of old books lying around, and we want to borrow the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide.
Huh. Don't get me started on the topic of my books. After the chasm was sealed off, the family mining business started going south. Then the Fatui started working to sabotage me. To pay off my debts, I had no choice but to pawn off my beloved book collection. Every last book. Do you have any idea what that means?
Грустишь, потому что нечего почитать?
Wrong. That was my life's work. I devoted my entire life to curating, collecting, caring for them. And now they're gone. Gone, I tell you. It's useless ranting and raving at you like this. All I can do is try to save enough Mora to buy them back. Unless you have other business here, I'm done talking to you. Goodbye. Off you go. Go on, go.
Please tell me that you didn't pawn Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Legend of the Shattered Halberd? There's a title I haven't heard in a long time. You have good taste, my boy.
My boy.
But we don't?
That work was an epic-defining masterpiece. Granted, it was almost unknown at the time it was published, but over time it was the work that came to define the genre of martial arts novels and sparked a plethora of imitation works. Barely any copies of the first edition were ever printed.
The later edition inexplicably went out of print, almost as soon as it was released. A shame, given what it allegedly added to the original story.
Yes, that's right. How did I forget? The original edition's 6th volume of that work is so rare. I could never bring myself to pawn it no matter how much I needed the money.
You mean you still have it?
Yes. It is my one and only remaining treasure.
Hey, Chang! You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss waiting like this. I need an answer. Will you sell the core lapis or not? I'm sure you don't need me to remind you that if you mess with Gentry Moutsai, you're messing with the Fatui.
Oh, you again. But you know I can't afford to give a 70% discount on the price. I'd never be able to buy my collection back.
That's your business. The question is, do you want your books, or do you want food on your plate? Perhaps you'd like to take your books with you to an early grave.
You...
Whoa there, friend. Come on. This gentleman is either willing to make a deal or he's not. You can't force him to sell against his will.
Just who do you think you are? Keep your nose out of other people's business.
My liege, I am but one who comes to the aid of this gentleman in his moment of need. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan.
Guhua clan? Did you hear this clown? He thinks he's a Guhua master in this day and age.
И что не так с этим?
Oh, there was me thinking the last granddads of Guhua had keeled over and died by now. Who were you supposed to be then, huh? Some sort of Guhua messiah?
Justice is blind to our backgrounds, my friend. That just makes me someone trying to do the right thing. But you? The weasel who does the tiger's bidding may be less powerful than his master, but he is no less guilty.
Get a load of this guy. Just you wait. You'll be sorry you crossed me. And you, Chang, you're selling that core lapis whether you like it or not.
Фига у тебя нож.
Oh, how the wolves prey upon the fallen tiger.
Он сказал
My
тигр,
days are numbered.
не лев. Почему вы так перевели?
So, just to come back to what we were talking about earlier, could I get a yay or nay about borrowing that book?
Не самый подходящий момент.
Oh, what does it matter now? I can't expect anybody to care about me anymore. But since you did stick up for me, please just take this book and leave me in peace.
3 long years I have waited for this day. Words cannot express my gratitude. I, Xingqiu,
vow to repay this great act of generosity.
All right, give it a rest. Just bring it back when you're finished. Sorry, but I'm not about to put my hopes in some self-professed Guhua disciple.
Hey, where are you going? We've still got a job to do over here.
Куда он ушел? Слышь, ты куда пошел? Ты мне нужен в квесте с Нингуан вообще-то. Куда ты ушел? Так.
So, you like reading, huh, Mr. 5-second hero?
Oh, amazing! I never saw that coming.
Ho ho.
Hello? Shincho? Anybody in there?
No wonder this book is so highly sought after.
Он тебя не слышит вообще. Этот мужчина вел себя так, как словно он большой начальник.
How can they bully poor old Cheng the Ninth like this? Forcing him to sell his ore for dirt cheap? It's daylight robbery, pure and simple.
Мы обязательно должны помочь ему.
Don't forget me. I'm in too.
О, ты теперь перестал читать?
So now you can hear what we're saying.
The reason I borrowed this book is that it would be a real pity if Cheng the Ninth ended up having to pawn it. And I meant every word I said to Cheng the Ninth. I will return his act of kindness. It is the just thing to do. I will be custodian of this book, and I will also help find a way to buy back the rest of his collection.
Кажется, собираешься это делать.
Of course I do. An initial plan anyway. I still need to work out the details. Give me a second to reflect. It shan't take but a moment.
You're still here? What is this, a game to you? You think no one's really gonna get hurt? I gotta hand it to the Goofball clan. What you lack in numbers and talent, you make up for in guts. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Goofball clan? I meant Guhua clan. That's what you goofballs call it, right?
There's a saying that goes, the insect that shakes the oak tree ludicrously overestimates its ability.
Quit quoting proverbs at me, you buffoon!
Please leave this place. I will not tolerate an attempt to coerce an honest trader, especially when the one you seek to threaten is one to whom I owe a debt of gratitude.
It's cute that you want to stick your neck out for Chang and all. But you picked the wrong time, you little punk. I brought the Fatui to back me up. A whole army of you and your little Guhua buddies wouldn't be able to help you now.
I may be young, my liege, but the path I have chosen makes me no stranger to conflict. Why should I cower in the face of evil?
Oh, great speech. But now it's time for you to learn your lesson.
Oh, Sensu! Привет, Sensu!
Let me amuse myself a little.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
The merrier!
With the wind! Off we go! Let's light it up! Rain cutter!
I thought that was just a regular pendant you were wearing, not a vision.
Ты дурак.
You won this round, but you better watch your back. This isn't over.
Oh, элементарная частица.
Would it be too much to hope they've learned their lesson?
Так значит, у тебя есть глаз Бога?
Yes, though I try to avoid using it. I dislike the unfair advantage it gives me against my opponents. Though I long to restore Guhua to its former glory, it is no easy task.
They've gone for now, but they'll be back looking to cause more trouble before long.
I'll see to it that no harm comes to those who show me kindness. There is a just and unjust way to do business, and I will ensure the matter is resolved satisfactorily. It's not like the Fatui to pick sides in a business dispute, but the confident demeanor of their errand boy suggests there is substance to his words. There must be a deeper level of collusion at work here. He mentioned Gentry Mautai. I know this name. He has a stately residence in Liyue Harbor. Maybe the two of you could go and investigate.
А ты?
That idea works. But what are you gonna do?
Me? I have other things to look into. Let me see. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace in Liyue Harbor in a bit.
Он читает.
You really have stuff to do? Are you sure you're not just using us as your errand runners?
Wow. So that's how that turned out. This whole passage is just extraordinary.
Пайман нас использует.
This guy is so annoying. Paimon just wants to slap him right in his stupid face.
Отомстить никогда не поздно.
Fine. But, as per tradition, Paimon gets to pick an ugly nickname for him.
Ну давай, какое?
From now on, he shall be known as... Guhua Geek.
Ну, не
You
очень
go
перевели,
first.
ладно.
No need to wait for me. One more page and I'll go and stretch my legs. Just one last page.
Окей. Хорошо. Куда мы идем? Это ищ. Вот сюда мы идем. Это что было? Игра немножечко такая... Хватит играть в меня уже какой 100-й час подряд. Прекрати это делать. Вот здесь я встретилась ничего. Куда нам надо идти-то, ёбаная? Да я твою мать. Не? Не? Что значит не? Когда персонаж пропадает? Какой, NPC в смысле? Оп. О. Теперь не стоит. Я не знала, что ты все еще тут. Купец из Маштата хочет встретиться с Мацатом.
He didn't mention anything about a meeting. The Master's dealing with some urgent business today. All prior appointments have been cancelled.
Urgent business? What is it?
The Master's been working on a major business deal recently. He left early this morning to meet with a VIP client.
So, where is he now?
I'm sorry. The Master is stressed that we must not disclose that information to just anyone.
Незнакомцами? У нас с ним личные договоренности.
No, I mean yes. Yes, you are. I meant no offense.
Значит, твой господин должен заплатить за твою грубость.
I'm sorry. Master's currently in business negotiations at Shinyue Kiosk. I beg for your mercy, please. My master will show me no leniency if he finds out.
Well, my master has much more important things to do than talking to rude guards like you.
Что за пирожок?
Luckily for you, your bad attitude will be the last thing on our minds when my master's busy negotiating a big business deal with your boss.
Thank you. May your business forever be blessed by the Lord of Geo.
Nice work! Paimon never knew you were such a tough negotiator.
Тоже отлично сработало.
Paimon loves compliments and all, but treating Paimon to some tasty snacks would show that you really mean it. Anyway, seems like the VIP client in question must be one of the Fatui.
Я тоже так думаю.
In that case, let's get ourselves over to the Shinyue Kiosk.
То есть вы думаете...
Business is booming at the Shinyue Kiosk. No one should...
Думаете, я теперь могу пойти по этому заданию? О,
nice. Blend in there, but either way, if we want to know what kind of shady business they're up to, we better be careful.
Интересно, куда нас ведет дорожка.
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally back.
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency in your voice?
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders in recently. Everyone's been completely caught off guard. Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if I happen to see you.
I see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now. I'll deal with them myself shortly.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Master. With you on the job, I can breathe a sigh of relief.
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait a moment. Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue with your work for the time being, and we'll discuss the matter of the guild's orders in more detail later on.
Understood, Master Xingqiu. Then I will leave you in peace.
Паймон так резко помахала.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today. What's going on? And how, pray tell, may I be of service?
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of Sunset Vermilionite?
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang's contest as well.
As well? Do you mean...
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some Sunset Vermilionite, but only one piece. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction, and a lot of interested parties have already come to us inquiring about the price. At the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand. In this case, I'm guessing the final transaction price may be in excess of 500 million more.
500 million?
Так дорого.
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one. The price is greatly inflated, and it's just not worth it.
But without any Sunset Vermilionite...
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea Gazer?
Это кто?
Who?
Никогда раньше не слышала о нем.
Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not mistaken, he has already passed away.
Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about him. According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite treasures, among which was some Sunset Vermilionite. After Sea Gazer passed, the abode was abandoned, and its location was lost to time. Luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history books just recently. They make some oblique references to this lost abode, and after cross-referencing them against each other, I'm now fairly certain that it is situated in the Lisha area.
That's great! But is it really okay for us to just go and take his treasure? Wouldn't it be a little, you know, disrespectful with him being an Adeptus?
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Sea Gazer was very open-minded. Even while he was alive, he wouldn't have let something like this bother him.
Open-minded? I have not heard of Sea Gazer being described in this way before. May I ask where you read that?
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then, let's go.
There's something about this young lady that reminds me of a good friend of mine. Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially when it comes to their defense mechanisms. Plus, it's likely to be crawling with monsters after being abandoned for so long. So please, be very careful.
Okay, we will be. Thanks, Xingqiu.
Так. Ну, я думаю, что буду заканчивать сегодня стрим. Так что всем добра, всем